Why? No so my men say or ye be a kahona kinkin now them say yeah my me can get a bear for. Yeah, wow, politin bag mammy no. Ye go come ma.
Mbekwe kan ho we.
Hey, na gaga was there be we dey fam ko ni na gaga man o ka dey fam ye baby mu a. Wofa. Ase ma me ganya asem gitu make say ye so mrante ye last hour. Dwabe mountain so. Na mama na no ya skege fe sister Martha. Sister Martha. E just say wa ye wasa kwa ye bi kra be ka ho.
Okwa abosia to this can be.
Say be ya be return. Be say same way. It be na si wa han no.
E bi na si wa han no. Na we say yes me am hima. And na me timi ko complain ma me hima so. Na on so ade so yes so enwan say. Oh no. Chicken and mushroom pie and the other didn't see. Aye. And so the other Brahms and Ash.
Sound.
Aye.
No, it's on Papa and a woman.
What to be? And you know what me to be. Ah, simple.
Oh, the banner penny, you need any.
And I would be a man. I read the Aquabis as well. And the piano and the Yiddish man, Kalan is a 7. Now, quite dear in our money be. Oh. I feel you did and the man Yamel from Kukumo Bia and my make so beyond Peso. Ade and that did dear when you be. Ade. None of
that. So did
sir.
Papa, did ye? Now, who go you know? Who go you know? Why? Eh, there's no Odeanancasa, Yaza, the amount. Because a beer maker say, yeah, a catua. Who's a poppy, the other day, ink womb. No. Itu popi dia ni itu dua beja bia ni come. Oja number kopekra de tunko ani mu a. Aba. Dia no dia.
Boze akukọ de na tawu. Ana wo ni ma wo. Na mo so ko ni you papa dia.
O papa dia na aba.
Akukọ ni sisia. Etu mo nse obese jesisia na se ya fama ne yire. So hunu. Enti jese. Na Abranti wa panyini wa deputy chief executive kesa nka me story na kire o ai ne ma mi be di na temusa no ompe fufuwo and then we deputy chief executive of a big state organization it be the acheno me so be sa aka tem so twansem hunu na adu awudi no majele
wofa
ya fast that so emfama facilities group no no so big solo and dada and yaw Ay, Godfrey, so do not friend Ubrana. And I feel so, Yadiasada at the Emma, Mapuna, and DJ Bosco. Now, Milson Swiat and Mlane say, that time, Nina Mono, and they are Tanasi, and some of the Dorso, and some more. Aha, Jerry, ya na, Yaria,
Pow, eh, Obibenya one if yare,
Obibenya one if yare song.
Pa
na woni oba awomi no na fedie oba no yade na adokoro no na nufuo mu yade na ye wodi ni chini wo boka wodi ne boka na oba ne wofa afrem se fa yade brayen na so ame bo me homodeni ho se metimi atoto na oba de wofa no ne yire agi phone kike bia kiro be ama twa ho yie ayade abrayen ene se aja akwai opa ebusia ena ba bi omo nso no ufiri ho eba ha se ne emutwi opa ebusia ena ofre ne ma meka ho ena enkwada mienu no ketu owum bes wadi mfinhia bes enum ede konsia no eka ho na ofa nipa nan mi kurakura wo bayi mu kurakura yarefo yi mu ana yede ne bebeduru ye a wofa no ene abusuafo ene ne yire agi yabai ana wo no ekunu no wona wutuatua ho aka ene yesi yede ne kwa ha ana wutua
no ma fro so Fiscal bra
da bi cha wo so ti wo bi taso afa watu no ma betena ye no aduane a ye ma ne o ma mi bi na yarefo no ya ma ne kakra Into wo kaka kresa ada botom no.
Eko.
Na che se wasan akoto aduane no maame asan di. Wo daba maso. Inti mutena ase busome na wotwe miensa. Na wotwe miensa na baabi e koye. Ana nipa na ye hu no ma nyina. Because baabi abusua so de koye no so de yakwa ma che se kuro bi a atu oba no fumo onye kuro ketwa. Ana okunu no ayam hyehye no. Ana ono so yes yankwa
wo ma ware.
Oma ware awo mienu. Afedie de e ko baabi. Wa ye hu no ma nyina e katwam be 3000. Eno so ahaban bi say na eno aside the 2700 and the besan ye car ebeba na be man said no hware intia de all konachi ana wakwa akopɛ bosia ne bi ade aba ana busua ne se omoma be man ne maame ene akoda no enko amba ye enko inti kwambia so no ombe sisi na busuafo frɛ ha yɛfrɛ ha ebetugu be man so the chinchina physically yampin eno say nipa so mesisi wo discuss na man komachi
ama
baby o musumu didi ekura mo mama bi ni me maami mo man bi ni eyetugu no so se ma ne nko approach for na bam ansa na yitimi agye no wei oba ya afo no abusua ne do no anase abusua ne eno no
over asemi ano odin pa o de beka ne se abusua no the wofa na ofre ne se omra no
da omfa yarefo ne mra no
oba nti na mebisa se woma ware
awumienu
oma ware awumienu enye so no oba na wo sebe one na wo keke wa ware oba no na be ma de wa ware oba na wota wo yirechi wo yire ayare wuntu na jejemu ugusu a wo pre se wo behwe no esi de na abusunya chenchen na ombeka cho se fo ba ne bra
omusi no munnim se na adre na koduro
bova abusunya na anya de ya wo kai pa no ye de gunsani ani na sasa pa na eti na nye bibi foforo bi na ebi agom na ye nnim de a
mi bua no na abusua ne se me bakogina kwa ne maame no ne banachi ana me se de Move go pro station me ahwe na process for ni bua na se dem si bua no a so woni tumi se wo sisi ni sa ma ne nko o mo se on ware no ba bi o de na kotena sa akuro no so no busuani bia anim ho enti okwa o winim so obesa aba na chi
oh eya semo
na certain tribe bi o mo ma afed no so bia as a tribe before this a no mo ti o a tribe we this a no mo ti o a tribe we this a no mo ti o ahefua
yo de ye mo tribe bi e
and o ti akire ho no o keka
oh there's o no o te akire ho no ototo abo de ba park no so
wa yarefo no
e ba ne sa na se mo ma ne nko no wo mu susu se okwa a wo mu hu ni biem na ne hwan na o hye wo mo se on force be ma na be ma ne fa ne
wo ba no kura na che se wo fa no yire no wo no akeka bi kire be ma no se wo te se kura fa yade bra no o se ne nyim se na akoduro
wa
eti yam prema anko
wa hwe
na ya di phone efrefre busuafo munyina mumra na physically you restrain be ma no ene na afia
na onko physical no we na onko physical no we
mudidi so amomo bi
e ba na say wo ma traumatize akwada no kra o
I ma etutu mi etutu mi say physically ye ji akwala na free eye ni nana ba ni nsem
so e ba say na akwada no kra wa ehije ade na tore bi ye no ma bi a
mo ko no yarefo no wan ma de hwe yarefo no e be ma no so ade o kan ye ma me hunu so do na yire ni say o se onko peska ni bi aba no ba bi o mu nyina atie no wodi sika bi asie baabi ana yire ni pen waka akire no ti wasfre eye ne yire ni cousin bi a ono so wabusu an mu bi o se wono ye liberal emra metna ne yire ni nchen wa abusuafio na ne yire no ebe kire sika no ama wayini nkakra de aboko homa within 4 days a ono so free say okope sika de aba no eti se nko mpo ba na samu a aka wodi sika be sie ba bi akire no pe aka say enti nipa asomasi bedru akina pe chire no se ska we say na yi ni kakra kosi se me mesan back
yeah
enti abusua limit ne sen
wafa abusua limit wa ware no mu no
any sen so physically be restrain be ma no ti ama ne nkonko pe bosia ma
David ene de ntesa wafa ene de ntesa na de wo mu ne se at the moment said ya tworo no kra ma yeti ase no be ma no betima ba betu eye oba no itiri nsa de ma abusua amo beji atomo no aware no abusua no de yenka se be ma no tete oba no kra na montena honhwe enye ne sa ne ye ka no na mmom abusua no wo limit e wa aware no
this time oba no be ma no se tinchina fa ya afo no bra
eno na menti ase no eno na menti ase no adentina be force tinchina fa no bra be ma no aka to zo ntimi hwe
enanka o hwe no aso ne se nka koba se otori so anka be ma no
otori ya be ene dia wo mo ye die no otori anka o me ha be ma no pa ba we dia wo yiri o otori ya we de na wo abusua no be wo abusua no o mwani tua se mo de hye ne yare be kura mi bi se abusua no o makwa akosra no obi aye na dwen se obe ni botom sika dia support be ma no ofa dia wo kan asema wo kan enye easy o enye adeketo na ye kan sa no
se baabia wakọ na wakọ ka no a yeso onkofa 27 samra no o mo so nya prepare se ho no ye be kọ na emo mo so pese ye nkọ baabi foforo
te se no obusuani bia sabe ehu nyansa nka se oyi bibi dia to over ma me kan kire mo se oyi bibi dia to ho e dia support be ma no obi nka sa o na emom obi na ba be cho se ye fa ne kwa wo de wuyi amade wo de atopono so na ye de nakọ ne we
a che se physical would be restraining ekunu no se mempene ma anko achi nkopa bosia ma
eno na me no amane bi wo ha ye be hu no physical way ba ba hwe na bia na no ama bi wo
bie phone line kakra me hwe se sa enchiche se no abusua no se ne sitie to hu no
enti ase oba wa ye ne ho ade
sa
oh David it shouldn't happen
sa
say planet here it shouldn't happen David ebi betima to bia
oba ne yakani na be ma ne ye moni moni afena bebu samie okobusa kabila se ka to be moni a oyedie ni obi asusu nim edam obi anim mofo muni mofo mo man hene no oba eye manhia eti mo eye henfo a
minim se ntira me bisa wo no
chira wo mo kwa chira wo
mo
mo so hunu udi free eye enkranza busunya ede ko jema ede ko kentampo omu nyina omu ye mofo na mofo no omu ye adefo papa okay edi pepe kwa da me fo la ne kakra say na busua no omu rise physically on be restrain be man say yama ne nko na chi enkope bosia emfa metia eka ehwe ne yira na 03 02 24 35 40 03 02 24 35 40 and I said 03 02 25 79 02 03 02 25 79 02 na hia ma se prosif wo na bebem ama prosif wo timi agade aka se bema ko wati ko pebosi afa bebere yire good afternoon
afternoon ADAKABRI bomjere
kuntunyi kuntunyi miente we
ADAKABRI wa fa se ba je wa ta pa wo ya tante wo ya kwa ti mi wo ni be bi mbo fu mbo ama bi se ji wa ku ta ko be bi mbo fu ADAKABRI ebusela anya je kwa ndu ko pete wo ma abrante beta ko 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 Fiscal na ba na ko pete abrante ni ko Fiscal ko ma jo ba no na ko pete abrante Fiscal free o ti be community akoko Fiscal ba ba sa mi yale mo so fa dembra ono pa ba o ogudo no hwe no mo so fa dembra what na ba no so ko ni sa ko Fiscal ba mo so mo mpene abrante no je papa na ka bi jame to ko mo ko re
awu
but abrante man pa da be ka chere me so only the o sisi ni nan yi ya me be boa no se na be oba no beto no oba no ya bobo pa so oba no wa to no ADAKABRI
nyame nka ho obi ntu ado good afternoon
omo
ye ni afro se ni
Mamudu Mairao.
Yeah, present. Now, akwada kitwa 5-year-old where your bema and I feel any papa ma mi kura ninsa and ye twi akwada no say ye ade akwada no ye insurance. I say bema de bempa.
I will. Before the Mamudu, I don't know my tracia, you know, who said me who should be 2 years at Rabon. Say, I am a mama. Because very birthday, then we are young boy, you know, Mamudu depends on you, or mine or anything, Ebrano. And the panel say, Constitution, said you, PND 0111, Yaka, what the be happy? You ask for sorry. Well, that's your him by Yaka Papa. What is that you are to? No, dear. Oh, dear, radio Kata to send your boy a best to the powerful. No, who neglect ya. Oh, dear. What the best dear, one more. Eh, dear, drop political issues that Yaka to favor one more call for no one on Betty. Mamudu, this is your okay, that the Saturday my Jerry Busa, so I am 1 year. That was your father to the cat, you need more than a quiet, no baby one. And then I was your father, dear warrior. Baby came over with him, Jim Kakra. Here in America, but all by you, Bada Warren. Why go ahead to crop, wouldn't be a free, and I wouldn't be the other Bada Man or Warren. Not so bad, not so quite but while I say you. Never saw Bada Brand, what the number. No one tell them what to be complete the Kadiaba. That is more about him. What Batman or no one would do. That's the most better Yariano Crabco.
Hey, sir.
Yes, no one would do. Then get back up and what the other. No more the baby, my baby. That, or the big company can be bravo, German, what Aqua, Ubecadia, Ubecania, and you're not a father, dear warrior, baby come home with him. It's the mistake that you're kind of police show are you. Can you, Maya? Yeah, so-called civilized bra. Can you be understand? You don't know. One day, you be a.
Kofi se president Wadaroma oba yari say ana nipa dasani yari say ya ye gina chire kontokwa
I no because everybody just said that ko be jani are require for to jani Canada. Let me put no to option what the number what to be for physical but to tell you possibility. No one quite what for me no better and you what would you go be in way. Tanamona.
Jenko bi ne nkompo enkohwe ba bia wote
baby o tie dia yi wo baba da be bi anu ama no bi pe no bi afana so ma na ko dia e de wono so na ho na ya se dia no bi ke wo ba no ADAKABRI be ma wo do ne yire what bi ja no ho na be jani ada e papa
na wo ko so no ana wo se wo di sika bi abata baabi ana waka kire wo ba ne pe se ne cousin ba ko no eba na oba wo no na won kire ne ba bia sika ne da na wo mo de ahwe kire nkakrakra na onu susu se bi obedi nenan ansa na wasan ba na chi
na ka we de bone ne te atem we de bone ne te
na so dua de na ba wa dwene mu ntia wo su ntime nkire busua ne nyina se aha na me de sika na sie ana mo nyi sika no
wo busua ne nyina wo kwado mo yidi no wo bu jare yere no anu e what already ya no mo yi one person oba wu no mo ade no to fa e
oh Kofi ti agie hu ti so na ye den e de na be mo de sika na sie a won kan kire busuafo se aha na me de sika na sie na onya agidie se de wo ba be bua be hwe awura ne de wo ba na yire no nkira na ba bia sika na hye
yes wo ba no so gidi sa ada no ba ma bu busa wo da de no ba no wo no wa sika busuafo ne sei sa wo de aka ha wo no so nim sa de busuafo ne sitia one father cost a cancer. No one more buyer or bad over tunnel.
Yo, a present, Yadwasi. Hey, enti na abusuano e wo tumi sa physically. Wo mu betimi a restraining no say, "Yemma wum free enkra ha say enko." Na wo kwa wa hwe aye hu achi. Good afternoon.
Afternoon, Opa.
So mama Wadaroma.
Opa.
Esi sofu bi bo mpa ye gu so di bibi kire so ekuro bi a etu oba no nufu ho no ade na ehu
Ofa some we de chinkru ye jiso ni te from ya. Ofa Abra branche no ekoye na yire ho adem. Sada branche no abusiafo. Ode na abusiafo ekoye.
Ai.
Nti sa branche no kura so okwa kopesika ba. No da ba besta na yire yare a. Eyi na branche no odwane akọ.
Wadi wa ba no so yaafo ne ba ye ne nipa nan na susu mu ba no. Abranche ne maame eka ho bi.
Me susu say yare na kura dem so ba na abusiafo no kura omu ni bi.
O so for maame jai.
Oh, wofa, omuni mu bia je so omu pese omu ba na ho beto no. Pese omu ba ho to no kwande a. Na se ne kunu kra e ka dem se so be pese kra dia sa na yare a. Aka busi afo no mo na be were ma ko fisika. Ada ba be sa mo ba na yare. Na se mo prevent ne kunu se ma no ko fisika ma me so ba na yare dia. Na so bo no mo ta ne fambo no. Na se busi no mo nim hu bi.
Dabi almost physically say ya di oba de beko ba bia je se enipa soso no mu na be ma ne kwa hwan na emeso ye mu hwan na emeso ye mu esu nipa enipa nwotwe na na restaurant be ma ne se ma ne nko
wofa oba na nka so benya adofo se abusiafo kra nso no mu a baby otu no de no friend so nso no mu a onso no mu ombeso no mu pa nti be ma no me fo aso nko pesika fama na ba na busia na o ma na o mo ye o mo ba na wofa
odi ye hu nyame so nka ho yade ya memu ho
wofa slejo so wofa
nana nie
wofa fashori
Abdulrahman tamin mientie o
wofa ebushafo na so munya butare kakra because sabi abrante se kuma no hoye obi ekuma po no hoye so won to be nje ekuma no mbeda oba ne nchen. It's so to anamo.
Bema ni ekuani odo bayire.
What fasa kwa sabi. O chesi ka ti dapo o se o dare no hunko no akotu bayire akoto amobi abansunsu
na akoda kitwa no so a ye jojo no a nani ha si aginafri ne nana ne papa nsam ye.
Ebucha kwala so mu hu no mbo so ba no ya kura no mo hu no ba no mbo na kwala no mo fa ta to chantu akwala no trim eni shahi mo ti o mo pe ahunya bi o mu hia bibia na sa oba ebucha nipa no na hu hia no
ya do se
bibi hia e ba ma ni cha na so mo ebucha oba no hu hia o mo
Waye 0302 243540 0302 243540 na ya ne ya wade kura ya na ye hwe ne ya ware ya na ya ne ye hwe good afternoon
ADAKABRI
Anyini pacha frosen
George Boachi na kasi
President na wo ye de His Excellency. Akonwa is atami kebia ka wabbo me chairman of Council of State anka me S Grace anka meje.
Anyacho mai mo ya tin say.
President na wusu
disappoint me pa.
Sir.
ADAKABRI. Anyway, in show me chair ni my day. I mean, the promono. Don't say you meet.
And it's here.
I shall see a bit me at the Ghana Mayana.
Yo, His Excellency George Boatin and Nika saying. His Excellency. Oh, just say, what's in why your German credit to the crowd, son? Oh, His Excellency. Good afternoon.
Hello, afternoon.
Anyini pacha frosen
ADAKABRI
Obolo, abusian physically restraining bearman say. Young man one in a mamma in Aquadaki 5 years no, woman caught see a copesi caba, now woman brechia, baby, a woman tiano every and cry anymore, and the aquaco penno. Obolo, Ubu are saying
ADAKABRI. I said, I was a for about a bushel for
oh, awesome.
I'm a quarter a year. I'm a quarter, you fiache. I said, I'm a copper. Beman, I'm penance, and the Beman organ to you. I'm a quarter a year. I'm somewhere you was going to watch it. Many of my again, Pallet or Kayano. Abusiana, Munin Kaye. Abana Busana Munin Kaye.
And it could be grand and count Grand Concoria, baby, are you free? Now, dear Yamubaba, no so, or Coco Pia Pumuhonum, you walk with as I say, will be a grand fan who walk up here. Where ye? I said, I want to ward. I want to afraid, and I want to watch now. Aye. And I'm put money and I'm Wawuma backward. There's a woman peninsula about Yamana Yari and San Waka say, Fanibra, Sedo City Bia, Fanibra, Sedo City Bia, Fanibra. I paid the was your name says, and I could look. Was he a yada? Ain't you know a Busian limit? And he's saying, good afternoon.
Good afternoon,
Pacha Frost, Papa. You mean to Mafia?
I dare to be anything. I can't even now more than buy and say, Machine and them and go to Japan. I don't know moments after many negative. No only member in a man or no man planning in a ban of one of them and from man of mediation. Now, I saw almost only contribute to the more than the Abua. Let us all over what didn't the agents know. I almost financial. Oh, that man, I was someone young who said they would be sick and a son. And he says, the son or more son.
A baby, a munim said, bear money do a banako. Waboka almost 3,000. Yes, you paid on Sanko for 2,700. Muslim in a 1 2 move.
One more did you have? One more, the ability of my understanding.
Yama say, Yadiako police station, a proceed for me. I can't tell say, Moman and Cock now obedient to me restraining them. I was father, you didn't know what no default did the attempt, Fanibrano, or no, the answer, what my bear man and the man and the bab and the banner. A bear man is saying, you didn't hear into me, no, the anarchy. And to come on, Simon and Sam Fan and come back to baby or did free buy, you know. But about penny into your dear moon saying, I was say, ya couldn't talk about Yarif one at Chisa. Into we are saying, Naya, what are you share years and Yawadi?
I was saying, you might be
so no worry.
And I'm here, make my command ready. Baby, I was saying, I saw you should put
you, that the one was here, the one was here. Or say she showed me Busianum, Ubeunukana, don't to be the Busianum, Ubeuna Ankam, Rabbi de Busianum, and you are come a chicken can continue what the say. Good afternoon. Hello. 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 Ana Jeff dia boss we ya wan ka say hello. I'm Pacha Frosen.
Pacho, from Alaji Babangida.
Alaji Babangida, yade.
Alhamdulillah.
Ami. Mienti osuswe.
ADAKABRI. Me ya me tu program na ayamde. Program ya yaslonku. Ente mumu bi akenya nko yenya mumu bi se typhoid. Awa gana ha me do nyame ka program bi ni. Nyame sofa.
Ami.
Ni pamto asam no osta o abushan fonu but ma can say omuni ya no o tania o trecha kuma bishan fonu bani mu se kan sa no kan ya ba o difference wo yes and no matter how many people get of abushan fonu
ya de wa no ase And imagine say woba wo do no wo so yire na yade adokro no na busuama wo tomatum se fane bra na che se woba yade akwa wadi amia ansa na de busuafo so sa de aye no wadi amia na wugina prostation ne se kwano asem na be ma na tuosun mu na ne maame ka che se mensu. Hey, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Na pacha fro sen.
Your family, your sister.
Hey, JY Kota.
Yes, sir.
Mientie we.
Before my so you deserve the incoming president and Santino Hoye.
Ne hu ya papa or Switzerland by this weekend no aba bedru.
Oh, yeah.
Wako e de afutuo akwa to WTO World Trade Organization or the akoto o manim say o mo hwe no nya reform na WTO no the whole World Trade Organization ufri hwa de wakofa de aba Africa Africa Free Continental Free Trade Area no it is the biggest after WTO.
Oh, I'm saying we papa anti de asante fo no monya no mo ba de tembe na yanka be yanka number na adakabri I'm saying abusia fo no mo timo de papa omanya gold mine bi ena omo ni mine akwate na honom se okọ ebe na mo didi ndi ze mi ngwa fa de papa no onfa ne yere no enko ho because for no dị no na ye no ugoku oba no ka wo na abusia fo ni wo honom ade omo di ye omo asị no na abusia fo wo de wo di wo na ka ọba na ọkọ awale na nke zika na ọdị ba ya nke ya yidi n'utu but wakọ e waja tubukulu so ne sika esa ọkọ akọfe sika mutu mo bank police bo ya ba akọ ti show mu na ema oya mpo
O principal de no anso mo kan say ye nya na manenko na obi ani tumi say obesisi no na ye ja abebe men eye anadwudumienu na che anadwudumienu ba bia wo kọ no ebe ye den wanya ehyan a wode bekọ ba bia okọ anadwudumienu no 0302 243540 and 0302 257902 anadwudumienu na prosifu ja ba men ne maame ne akodai okọfa kan
na prosifu na ebe mu na no na awomkofa ba mu na
asene ntiase anya adwuma se physically abusuafo nipa nwotwe no omo restrain be ma ne maame no ne akwada ne se omo nko
eventually no come for ba ne nko
how can him free no so ma
bepe den
what say ye di phone ku na sum wan fa na ma adi be ye wan fa na ma ento no osuro ya kina nko
anything American oba waware no oba waware ne de adi be ye o fi esan ne na wo
majeri wudum na ka say yo etina ka mimi wa fa ase ha mimi wa fa ase
oba waware no
ana mimi wa fa ase momi wa waware mi wa fa ase momi na se fa ne bra mi a
wo se me fa ne na bebe tu the things ana wo je ye it things ana wo je na wo je say wo je so oba no wo me ho a wo ba da be frɛ me aba be ka kyerɛ me say
maka jo se fa ne bra mi a
wo kwa na say wo the maximum respect at the man me be ka kyerɛ me yes I'm telling you because I was responsible wo fa se no me man to na jeje ma hyemu abuso na monyam anuti na mebe ye ne ho anuti na me ye ne ho wo kwoto ade be so wo betima to aso de ne na ba beje me ma hye abuso na monyam sei anuti na mo da amase
na dia na chese be me okọ be sa ba biem
na no be ma no kra no odo no yiri nto no kra na ma so okọ a enu po de mi ntu no so sa
guarantee to all
so on fa guarantee be na nto
good afternoon hello
Ceasefire.
Na me ofasi ama mani abra wi yi. Hey, e wa se usum bode na usum kwadu so. Na dia so na chese be ma wo ko be san aba.
Ceasefire.
Mientie we.
Ajen woni be kaze fi ofan coveria.
Eja mientie wa.
Entabriani Nigeria ya kin kakra bi o. Ta uko ware oba na ento no ma anamwa. Endu kwa ware ebuja de oba no ade ndi na ba oso over sere oba. What do you say? Endu ko sere en ye de ba se wan. Endi se wo ye wa ju se wo ko ho no. Ya de ade na ma ndu ko se o mani monyam a. Eye mum de but ya nto na ma se oye ne de wo fe. What do you say? Wo ko sere en o mso hu mobo en ye de oba na ma se enne nko. And do you go ahead and enter Obano? Bye
bye. So what your foot? On foot papa be what your foot papa
argument in 1 year, 1 year.
Good afternoon. Hello. Hey. Sir, I nyamia sum dwen kan ba bia wo.
Makoda no wo kan jira we.
Wo de chire mabusam yie.
Ba jo ma ti we wa wo fa na na mo funa me.
Nana mi entie o.
Wo fa na oba ade ne obema na ye ntie ye si ofa oba ne emre fi ni.
Oba ne ayare. Na inufuo mu kokuram ibi. Na wo bema ne na chinia abo ho ka. Enti da bia na wa brief abusuafo. Do brief abusuafo no na oba ne wo fa. Eka se onfa oba ne mra. Na oba ne wo fa no kwa na oka na onkan forcefully. Na oba ne wo fa no ne yire na dan wo kom se yi. Na natade e hye no se tum. Na edi atem ase won fa ne mra na se de oba ne sitie bia no abusua ne pe o ma de onfa mra na ofa nipa emiensa kan ne maame ho. Na ono be ma no so kan ho mom ye enum na ode akoda 5 years 6 years so kan ho na omu tietia ye ne nkakra na omu de ne beduru ye na omu atena se eye 21 days so makọ baabi oba na busuafo no baabi e koye no anye yie ma nufu aye kuro kakraka bi kura beto oba nufu no na be ma no so ekohu obi kire no baabi na ono so koye na improvement eba no na I say yes agire a further 2700 and was say akam ni yeba ye kura no mudidi kura mo me bi ni me anam to aduane wa abontene me pini machi na makọ akọpẹ bosia kakra na me dia ba betua 2700 no na me wo gidie awa saa nipa no mu na abusuan so da bi omso ni gidie wo ho enti physically ye ma anko achi me nyina ye ntena ho saa
wova ta anka abusuane ebo be mana baso se wale oba tie abusuam mu do wale oba aye no ho ade se mon tone ma na mon fa ne kye ne ye de omo bobo mu na wa yale na wa nja oba ni mu no de oba mana oba na fa ya sa fa yale na enyi na mo so fa bo na be fie na mo na ko bi na enyi do nda ko bi na hope to be de ba ho na o Fiscal show ba na mo so mo mfredi a na o fa so no mo mpo ba ni o mpo so ba na o hwe ne nkwa o mo mpo ba ni se ba ko te ma gali wole mi ya ba yi da ba ya da ba ya apimo so ni na ya podo ababa nya ho abanya ho de a na ya ba ba ni se di a be ma ni ko ba o ma di mu o ba fa kwa ndi a hye mu ko ndo mu nya o mo mpo be ma no unya papa enfa hwe obare ma nya hoode enka omuta se be omo hwe omure hye no no mde hye ne hwe nso hwe omso a won example ndai na obare hwe ne nkwa oba nyamenka
so hu ti magere we ne so oba wanti ase a sai na busua ne mienu be ka bo ma siesie akire
bueno bibia di adanse ye se enkwa akiri na se oba no eda ne benkum so a womo beti bi ahia be ma ne papa we dey so who hia so for
good afternoon over
my dear brother
over jabon pa ma boy
yo abrampa mi entie we
wofa edika me dase wofa eyenhye emra branti wo be ware yemi abaya no ho akan na wo obema na mi oban busuafo ntem tesen no mo gitum se wale ye bei anase wo mo gitum anaye ni yin se ko ba ya ete ye hye ne kete se wonye no wade ni bi wo ye no wade so wo mo ye yi o mo sa wale chitafo mo wo mo djuma ne sen aka sembi se no wo mo po ene ginem ko bi ante no ma sa no ye hwe innocent akayi ba ya wo awale ntemu Gena ne dachi obekwa akowi mami no yali dawi papa ekwaba mo se dabi eti dien na wonye wo fanzi e kale kasa ko bi ta bu ni bekawa no fi wuntumem we di obayo yali dawi le busuafo ni mubi ti wo musuo se abranti ekwa obekwa ko hu ekire yesi bise nti okwanti na yira kwan nti okọ bi wo ko hu ni eya abayo we when you me pashe lisa ya de ma be me wa bro ya obai wade nti so abi asika ina to be me so na wafa edika ya fanye eye abrantie ene na mafo awale aba ya wale no
ehun so ebi nie ye da ye de traditional one na tonten e de ye people no enu na de we eba because I can see the power any mama metetia nka de benkema na me gidi so bi tia brantie na ti se monko na na so ye anything ono koye nti we ye dan obi mfenti ko hufo
bibi na wama no amenti minka kontem ansa na maka
Obey asemo but also MC Abrompa ebisa question bi say be ma no ko ware na ebusua no and oni abusua ni ntam ye say
enne kra so ba wa so awade wagitum se be ma we mese me wa no a wo wo ye papa wo ye maami wo ye busua ni esimu sen
wo fa saade no sa asem na MC na oka no yade a say ye femu abapa obi a wo kwa aware ahwe say wo kwa aware na busua ni giwutum a wo fa sa busua ni nyiwutum don't go regardless of love or what them all. Yes.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon, ADAKABRI from Mahmoud.
Oh, my dear, aye.
Ebusafo de banish the man inside. Self panoko. And all put the man on to be a 40 national of Panoko. No catch on by say, oh, Cono, we are there at the path of this year, the end of this year, the junior cadia, the manadia. And Dano, and only a Japadia, I have been a few, our young and only Japadiano, Emano. It's you, Damanako, Yara Bobano. So what do I get? Yeah, I can't know what book I know to be my enemy. Ebusafo gusa obo nka se busafo ma be ebi a tinta money no but na rin na buy na update mo ntani a be eju yare na ko du bia update na on ya we eti se mo se mo wo fa nem na amo so mo to aso bi no buy a manga den se won ko mo ti won san to na mo ni mu na dan to aso e de mo ji se o be ta to aso ma na ge dia na mo ro ga se ro fa nem na wo ba to aso ko nya be bu ko a mo mu ko na mo ti na ko be bia a nye yi. Ese na maya na duka kunya review of this na kena wote kitsa ya ba won kwanta ma e plan ya gado wota o kan wo ma ka o so fa ba it got turn so wu a mo be ku fu na ma be ma na so me dey ami na se hu bo ni hu no oni hu bi wona ye o ba na sa o be ade bu jana o be wa ye bu so bi e na wo de bu jana e ku na su kenta kitsa kan e de na wo e de tu na wo so tu ka ku ka she e be ma tu ka na wo ba na ga so ko ni if you abandon who be mammy move on it, if you want it, you want the man think up the man uncle. No put it
right. Yes, you have 2 more callers. Now, pay me off as now round up. Near moving on. Now, yenche dear a woman 0302 243540 and 0302 257902. Now, yet, there won't so no saying and answer me, Ubuano. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
What your first saying?
I'm fine.
Alan Gash, what you saying?
Kumasu Blonubi, yeah, Danyame. And yes, I don't bounce so.
Oh, yeah.
I'm fine. I'm Dana for Chief, Dana for Kwajo, Dana for Alan, Third Minister of Boyduma Papa, Akra, where dear.
Oh, yeah, pa, what down who Switzerland. Man, weekend, you know, I be drew on my emu.
Piao, baby, but power behind Uncle Ponton Super, and good Adumapa, and then to share Papa, or what Edema or my Ghana, Uncle Ponchano, and I'm missing a Mishama on Abu Bakar, Sadik, Boniface, then a Mishama. No, Afa, Mirako, our same way, every two man catch a Makulaba. Na amania afami vunu yenu enye ize mi akwa enya mi sabi o enya mi ayi no makula keke no mi akwa ye fa me ho no enti metra abuchiafo no na de bemma na si etumpon ehwe obana kodu babi na no no ho ahweme no me sro mo to mo ma no kwan no nko na ti anko sam pesika fufo emfa metwa na yaresa no na sa otna ote o trawa tna dia chano ana yie no so to makula no enti no experience wo ho papa enti wo fa na abuchafo no omuma do brel emra because so ba no wa ma mewia na ase do obeya no ho ade ema abusiane wa sha abusiane tina ase no otimi ko na chi ekohwe bibi ede tambehwa oba na yale sana fani abeya be ma oba no mpuntuo ene enkura no ahu sampa o papa so sabi onya kokra fa pa bi ana sabi o bibi tuo ma o be tuo ma jeje mu nti abusiafo no enyiru hu mienu na mincha chief Supo Superintendent Alexander Obin Usenya Ministry the Modi.
Finally na yentie nipa ho afi the Mercury or say Ajman intimi emrem. Finally good afternoon. Ache Frosing. Amina do me hu ye.
For what to be okay ya to you na pepe.
Eh?
Your sister Ayare Beye Abusume Esoni, Utimin sorry. Na Bema and wo Otuni now crazy what that. Bema on the now and 9 from there, Yareni CA and Mammy, Yamami Befa, Obanu Fio, and Koye. They've been good months in Bema into the 90 for that. You know, if I win to stand Bema, then you're fine.
Na abusuano abusa sentia ebre santini nie no ekunu no entimi nsi eye abusuano
ya friend onko ya tu penifo friend no ya papa no ma friend no bi a friend onko also bi a friend number
achese mina support wo ho no ommo na emu waka mpo amomate
nabi
ana motete ho saa
Ofa yeni wakama fubia.
Ufri krobeso.
Ayo asaban kesi.
Esama heya. Na bema no so wahene.
Bema no so asaman ho ano no so free.
Mun sama no ahimfie. Na wahene ntun samfre no nka se wo ma. Unu aba no aye no ho ade.
Waye no ho ade ono na 14.
As waye no ho ade de anwanware mu nua ba ne pe oware yabusua no so ahunu enti yabusua mienu na aware enti ono no de wo keka ne saa no mompe na busua panyini panto na busua panyini anim monko eye na namu ahimfie na monko nkosama no no nka nkire wahene kese o wasa aman osabere ma se wono wo ma ati monko nkosama no ahimfie na ofe wahene ntonsa mfre no se woso betena asaman eye achima saasi so na say na yede abetuma nimu na wahene ma no reasonable cost de entia wo frɛ no no anka nkira wahene sɛ wamma ne entie de ebesie
komate
nyame nkam wate na munua ba no mum no yemmɔ mpa yɛ sɛ obetimi ama ne mu so na watena se na abusua na nya no so mpa so wate na yade ya nyame nkam ho kate wabusua panye si akyia no yede mpa ibo so beta akyire wai majale emema bi so anya mbra sɛ ma yadie enu nti no obi so beye nyina so de aye de obeye
we no bema no said they are all can enu na nya justifiable say bibi say we de bema no born ho modern e de hwe obey oba na yare so ho say wo ne oba ate wo ware na wo ne wo yere te wo yere yare kora e kan ukunu yare e kan wo oba no so wankasa wunya atenka wotumi say esimesi yare so na wayi wakuma wo de hwe no wujina te se bema yese bema nsi nsuo mu ansana waham ebi na obema ya ye gwansi nsuo mu ansa waham onfa ne ha mba meto abusua no so onka se onibi no ntimi hwade ne eha no nso de oguso opem ko san hwe nkoda mienu
ai
oba ne yare anka oba ne ba be ya adwuma de support no enam so oba ne yare ni nti no how ne nyina ba be da bema no so
enyo oba ne be be kanya nsase ma mesoma
enyo oba no so pe se se be oda ho a oyare saa so because e ba ne saa no oba no kra da ho a obo so no ha ni kunu no koba o to aduro wei o de aduro wei ba na o ha
wo kwekwa ni mkomo ni di ya watimi di sika abata
baby so se de city no nti no mani bi ho abusuafo no aya wo mo to omobo
nti sa disclosure na be ma no ye say adia mu ye munim me ba me discuss bata aka kire wo ba no say ono obo de oba bet relieve be ma no obo ni din senti oba won kire ba bi esika no ne nyini so mu kofie so mu do mani bi da be ko yaafo no so
say be ma ne bi ode ahomte na
kan na opeso o prove point bi say nyɛ ma dwene say
bi nyɛ na dwene so odwane no odwane akɔhe ono ba no no odwane akɔdi krom sen ono ba ne na eti o ana mo abusuafo no say onfo ba ne mra ono na eti no ba ne yare na ohwe no
just dia yare say
obedwane anka wandwane
ofa no kra de no ka no ahobrase mu
na wofa ne yire no wofa ne yire no kra ne de ono do onka wo bi entina me besa me boni din no because ono de onka wo bi kra wofa ne yire no onka wo bi kra ontie no onka wo bi kra ono na sa obi di sa ye na nke be ne de
asa
onka wo no kra de ono no gina enti ono kra de me besa me focus no ekono so
ono na agi akwalei
because on do na nam ho no no mom na o ha adwen etete but nukre ne wa family na me a ka me fa ne ko
na eya homete semu
ha adwen
eya homete semu
de ya ka obi asem pa ne ye ka no
aya obi asem kese
pa chese ebie nkofo bi safo
enkofo timi boa eya tribe bi din sankofo de sa no mte sankofo de sa no mte sankofo de sa no mte na fe na ye ma homete
ha adwen tribe ni yembese ye bonaka ye boy sisi a naka obehu sa amafo beka so wenum de sa
na adenti na yetiminya eye stigma kase wemu de sa
anya fe
wemu de omu de hie ni wu asa
na sa no mo de be ye o anya
na ade na yeso ye ware a ye nhwe
enu ntina maka se aware ne de wofa sana ana odo na frefra ye ni o
odo so frefra ni kojo fo sulumba wo se odo ne ye ho akodi mu
ana odo na frefra ye ni eti ana no ma nkonu osu na wo ho no ye nhwe so ho eno ma bebre wo ho a ebia se afi na me be ware anaka se no ama no ebia nka mehwe ansa na maware ba ye ware wie ye no ne ye nyina ye hu mu lessons so dia nti obema de wo ko ware a mesrew bo modern say obehwe hu se abusua na okomu aware no wo mogye watumu ana oba se wo kwa be ma ho kwan na be ma ba be ye ho ade a hwe se abusua no wo kunu abusua wo mogye watumu ana to wo nyim ntumu a bo modern ana be ma nti asese odo ne de wo do no
how would you feel se ko ben ka do no ebi kura na wo ni didi nkomo ne ade no utumi se oyobi a se oye sutie o wa abotre na oye su chese sumpa so wo hwehwe oba no a oba osom na afi nso no oye sutie na afi nso o wa abotre na nka wo firi se wa ye saa analysis na wie na wo na wo for bi tutu tietie mu ka se omo mpene ma anware saa oba we ya how would you feel like
in fact we so be parents so mo kan ya na what here ubegbo akiri ahwe
bebo akiri
yes ubegbo akiri ahwe na wabisa die nti a wo mo ma ho enware saa oba no so say the city no na watie ensam ne mu yie so dia say nti wutie ensam na ubewe wo na wo kwa aware no ubewe so say the city
o resolve say oni abusua be ya ba ko a na afi oba no ayede
ba aya na no ne ba ne saa na wo be ma no ana wabusua se wo mo mpe oba na asema na wo mo mpe ne a ense be ma no etimi force e resolve emma na busuafo no otimi justify e kire na busuafo no so otimi justify kire na busuafo no de enti a opeso ware o
but o wofa eno maame etimi de ato wanim say we enti no sa wo ba we yempenifia mikato bika bia sikwa bro so why na kwotena bonguro na wati won ma na odo ba be kwotena bonguro na bonguro ho wutimi nko we asem and the kind of kuntunkurun na ya ufuriata ya friend no Ghanaian parliament say 16 questions womra no meyi ano na okoya na so anko e ba no se ya de a just a senior despite media correspondent at the parliamentary chamber and you betimi akọ no ho senior Emmanuel Akoli na wo moye mu say kenofuriata wo bai na de na ye de tu nanim na wasesen adwo asafo zoom no adwuma anasa anya adwuma senior Akoli ye mo ha
ye janso
na what is saying
pancho me hoye
Oye. Kenneth Nana ya kuntunkun Foriata. Exchequer, Chancellor of the Exchequer. Ya say Oba Parliament. Na ya bebusa nsɛm bi. Emu mpani nsɛm nyina kyerɛkyerɛ yɛn a yɛnte ase no emu na de akosie no fato yɛnim.
You ene na finance minister no according to business statement na otwe mu no that o mo de ba abonten kyerɛ edwuma mrahwebedwa no bi di na otwe mu nyina no na ewu mu sɛ ene a ya wada no osoafo no ebeba na wabeyi ensem akomako dunsia ano afin so wi a ode nsem betudwa de akyerɛ sika ye de ma aban sɛ wɔmfa nkuntia COVID-19 no sɛnea yɛsi eyusu sika no ɛfaeɛ na ɔbɛyɛ statement afa ho nti yɛn nsɛmtwerɛfoɔ ɛna rahwebedwafoɔ especially minority foɔ no na obi expect sɛ finance minister ɛnɛ no ɔbɛba nanso no amma no saa wamma na ɛno ɛna rahwebedwa no ɛbɛtena ase no Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim sorry say o asɛm bi ka ɛfa saa asɛm yi ho minority foɔ I was the crack, the finance minister. One man, no one be and some from food piano. I said, you hear what can see about Copansi a COVID no, and who see can send you see you too no. Minority force, was for number no, a idea woman in Chile. In Tino, there were Madia, any Emra another agreement be a physical same home. I was say, a parliament. Etwaso isusu na won efa ehu agyen no one minority for the 1 year ready say won ebe boa ma yetumi aye bibisa e wo parliament eye ene esan say finance minister no amenti na ono ekase wiye no speaker ma majority chief whip honorable Frank Anodompre so on adwagi ma sebedeni okwan say ono nso the worker fa asem no no on sorry nkasai no kasa no tie mu say e wo say finance minister wura kenu kuriacha na nke wo so oba parliament ene enso no tro kasa de bre eye won say opa ostre say ye dodo be kwa kwose na o twufufo na ye be wure mu no ukuada eye Wednesday 22nd of June into no enti na ekoba na sa no now next week Wednesday there according to majority leader no ade a oswafo no obeba na wabi ensem makuma kudun piana no ati senia yesi eyusu COVID sika no so no obeye ode hunsem ebetudwa na afam yenu no ekase wiye no ena right honorable speaker honorable Alban Kingsport Sumana Bagin o chese o suspended session kakra na ukushia minority ni majority mpinifo na pasa asini ya nti omu wiya oba de tena akonye ni mu na dia obeka fa asini hu no na odi atuja se ebegina ho se dia majority chief whip kaye no se na otu aye begure mu no finance minister obeba Wednesday 22nd of June na wa be year 7 na no aye statement no ana se obeti onu speaker no betire adwen foforo ewo ho nti no di aku gina eno no menamo ka se die there was suspension mo almost time MI biom embetena nti ye twese o mi wura dem wo biom na yehu dia the dia asem no be kwa akuyi
oh enti senior colleague wadaro masie tie dia wo kan dia e dia na aye majority are asking for a rescheduling of a appearance of finance minister no and they are asking for 4 working days within which are obe appear. Now 4 working days, is it the source of worry to a minority?
Exactly, a great source of worry. I don't know when ninja who crack. Almost say, then a finance minister no, and what to be maybe one had no more. To one minority no, all has some na on me no nimremuno. And ya dear way ni jim. Nanso no majority for majority chief will say enye bwapayo na bibi na aba ne senti na finance minister no wasre kwan say yen sanfa no ko say na ochifu kura yibi wremu no
weye nansa na abekọ no senior colleague na no ye nyanentie say ya cite 3 honorable members of parliament say for not appearing on 15 consecutive days nanti omumra discipline omumra privileges committee na yasha ase na akwesi san
privileges committee asem no womo in camera na say womo tenase a ade womo makwama nsɛmtwerɛfoɔ eba ho isan so womo say nsɛm na farmer sugar for me nsane ho no bebi epa wo apumudin nsɛm ho nti no asitena ti sei no womo kɔtena ya womo mepɛsɛ awo wo abetena ho na obi asɛm efa na apumudin no ode to media committee no edimu no we obi onye mrasibege no onye uni committee ni no obewo ho na wetie sa nsɛm no nti no omo tenase in camera behind closed doors let us say omo ma awo ma ho no mo te say nsɛmtwerɛfoɔ emi tie dia ekoso na challenge wo committee no wo NS honorable Sarah Joasafo no na there was a time and there was oba but wama inti enra say a ranking member or committee no emu no or the to just say I said the omo beto and suffering through the media insane say akwen say omo hu kwan and sasu from the man on omo hu kwan a nsa ebeka insane so wo US nti ene omo the to the worker emu a they say omo aka say womu hia no na womu ahwe bebi a ebekwa akosi efa honorable Henry Porty any honorable Kennedy Ejepon one the committee no nsheda any problem ewo say omo eba no and let's say me hu asen central mrasibi geni honorable Kennedy Ejepon no mi hu no parliament na the next day a committee no ebetena say no eno no date no dey me nim said now okay ba area and now no chi o mesan atanase a no minimum no but so far they make me aka fa ho
ni kura no say parliamentarians na say privileges committee almost kwa ko tena dem no ma bram apuna no na yema we hoho bia metie bia omu wie a mo nso na parliamentary press corps e was some de accurate information free parliamentary service especially MPs natna ye e de ba bontene no ye wi a ye ma mo briefing bi what has gone on ana
etumi ba omutumi no sa se ye nya abotre na da omuhia no etumi twen mo wi na ye nam corridor ho be bia omuye meeting no na so omuwie omutie ya na mpanyifo that privileges committee no no na ya ben wo mo se o then they see nti omutumi ne ye kasa tie se o asemesi na ye pese obeba no obaaye na obaaye no so say na
abasinia wunyi ni se e was yet me formalizing say mo na mo de accurate information no e ba abontene etimu ko share dem abram na mo wie a e de nesi kwan say ebia ye betimi abrief mu say ye ketaduo say ye chairman no ebia ade say ana ye si ani so say ye be ye ne ade say ana ya ye ne yesusu say die say ana be kwa akosie simply no enya moa na mo de be kwa abonten say ye pa adwo asafo esem na mo nkokan
no pray dia o kan ye no pray and I suggest no feel good and so no agentia o de aba no say omo de fast akwan no so anka ebe boa no wo mu nyanye no sa na omo tena ti wie na ye wo ho a sa ma omo wie na eno kwa nipa no ko no na odi ebeke di na
ane just ase uhwiehwia ase uhwiehwia de wo mu ane say
takra na edu ha na o na nte no ko nkaka na so wo bisa ne nsem
ai enti anze na benya omo ma kire mu no se Jose ewusu na tie adwa mu a mu wie pe na mo amabo mutirim se ene Jose ewusu mfifireti na atena ne bufu afua no kasa baba kasa nentisa na ti sei enti ya de ma se ya na du ba bia hwan na parliamentary press corps no wan na dean se sei
Simon Adiana no
okay enti ya leadership no mo so hono na mo matena ho no mache no mo hunu se mo complement wo mo so adwuma no mo depend the work of parliament enti no se ya accord mo some sort of some sort of respect be say mutimi nya briefing na musi abontene a mutimi aka bibia accurately reflects the work of Parliament. Yet was it yes in your calling?
You, yeah, the suggestions no to the two.
You, Adaroma.
You,
Emmanuel Akoli, a senior correspondent at the Parliamentary Press Corps, despite media. And up a way, Mitnasia, Biamsi one, Adaroma, and the Mediti, hey, a from ADAKABRI Mudu was Yuma. Minya ya Asani Tano, or a political analyst, or Hase, Anna Emmanuel Adote Alote. Ubakan say me person me use adjective me na just say or suspended banker and dear hinape non-practicing banker. Honestly, I represent NDC and Miami New Emmanuel Quartin so no MPP communications team member. Now answer na pen for the bebe mu no info analytics, global info analytics. As a Oma Chani, more data into the system, and Nipani Bebreno do not know what really is going on. And Biane Hiama said, you put to normal be in perspective. Say January, a dear normal buy in April, a dear normal buy in June 8, a dear normal buy June 13, a dear normal aba, and then you never hear expectation. Musa Dankwa. One as usual, handsome man, or dear Nimua, executive director, no, or global info analytics. Ora Musa Danko,
I'm just so penny.
Now, a my phone, I'm what to say. When you be a near quem, Nancy a flower, information, much churning out, data, a wabonte, and we need to put it in context, situate it. Then Nipa be at me at Tia, dear Moye, yan kakra. Say yetimiti outline na sia na fe information wo hwa na ye hunu say de be sia January this year January 2020 a publication and mu release here.
Okay. Me share with you okay for you now. The only thing January 2020 yes started the initial national poll. You selected 64 constituencies. And then they shall appear just to know in a very small way what might be going on. In that time, there was a critical 2,421. And I hear almost. And in April, and I catch it almost said, Nan can this way random something. But then Yen found court baby a 4 years in Zimbabwe. The main shifted again as so and answer. If the agent the type of the whole 34. And then I can't catch it on there. Yes, I'm selecting 34 and couple. Now 34, the brain completely random using computer simulation. So that you acquire when you views are almost the whole environment. The emotional cry and society, yes. And now, for my account, also the election. Now, am I a sense of the call first time and linking with the fresh one, non after a distance? Give you a kind in that book and a young 66 in April.
And also, Nipa do say, Namuti or Mano Asem.
April, no, you interviewed for 5,100 and something.
5,180
something or more.
Oh, okay. All right. Until then, until April, no mobile, you know. And 5,180, you know. In that instance, you know, headline news bang and a buyer and no etene or memo.
Okay. The headline news, the head to head between His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and the Honorable Alan Kudus myself. It is a amount of that, and then delegate. It is all voters. If they are not in the delegate, they are something really down in the every voter is here and all.
and then that's 5,180 something. And then this almost said, so we are delegates, and I said we are delegates or MPP contest in this. Now, if this house said, between Alan, His Excellency Mahmoud Baumia, and maybe I can do a dining the Japan, if the house says, why not only the NPP in 2024? Why not go before Mano? And that said, 36% HU2 Honorable Alan Diplomacy, and 33% or so of to Dr. So among ordinary voters, and I am a young number.
Now,
the head to head between Alan and Bahama and Baumia and Bahama. So those were the biggest headlines that ran in April.
That's right. Into over 5,000 respondents, a percentage is saying, and not almost sympathetic to the MPP.
Okay. In April, out of the 5,080, now 37.8 ANPP before, and now MPP 35.95, almost 36% ANPP before, and now 10.6 ANPP, and now 2.4 ACP, and now 0.5 APS, and now PTP 0.76.
Right.
You saying that group on from other political parties. Almost half of those who say looking to this only 11.99%.
Right.
Most people were 36% working in that sample.
In Jaffe, April naturally, June 8th, and a sad data, Mosai published the air cost. There were 68 constituencies vis-a-vis various MPs on the situation.
Aye.
Same way.
Report na ye e gonsu. Ye di ba en kwa ye di. Inti ye oha ni ye kakra. Inti the ocean ye di no eight na ye zoom down into the various what is there for you 50 people. Ye the microscope for two baby try to find out what is happening there. Yeah. And then you think that NPCB or whom air throw. It been so of whom a kill our primary. And then it been so on the moon.
Then last Tuesday, June 13, further categorization, and it's not actually.
Yeah, say. Not a month will be say, oh, and MPP. But on both topics, they will say, and I cannot afford that. And I say, oh, young chef, almost only MPP sympathizers. In all the 68 months, in the context of the MPP primary, being an air person or my team. But they believe that the feeling of the MPP sympathizers would reflect in the delegate. Because only a delegate. It is a open MPP for days more. It is likely that reflects the outcome.
In the MPP sympathizers, June 13, Diano Eka. Now we are talking about 35.9% of the 5,180 respondents no. It is 39. Yampan say just under 40% of the 5180 respondents no. Omu sympathizers no. And say Ekoye Bawumia 54, Alan 45.
Yes.
It is I was going to ask say MPP sympathizers no, which is a percentage of the 5180. 35.9% no. Wamu and amount 45.54. Alan 45. Bawumia 54. Right? And the whole 5180 no. Wamu nyinana representing national voter population no. Wamu and amount Alan 37, 36, and then Bawumia 33.
Yes.
Okay. Between April, June, and Miansana Badina, the same 68 constituencies, the same 5180 respondents. Yo, and you better was here. Now, expectation there. July, dear Baba.
July, July, around 10th week of July. Now, this time, for about 75 constituencies.
75 no randomly selected and now predetermined.
Oh, wait, yes, completely random.
Actually, sir,
I mean, move it now.
I will be me.
I can't see the random. No, you don't go quite as to qua, a duso, a few months, two being a fancy shake up, a just a massive, but she has that. Most one to be a dance to qua. No, I have one not southeast and a assembly.
Now, Miss Mimubo Greater Cranchero, Ablekuma North, Ablekuma West, Adan, Ashamai, Ayawaso Central, Ayawaso North, Pole Clote, Ododio, Ukakwe Central, Ukakwe North, Ukakwe South, Tema West, Wejagbawe, Tema Central, Amasamai, Ablekuma Central.
Everyone,
you watching you watching. Ura Musa Dankwa, Yadwasi, any further clarification why the amount will need 100.9 FM. Right. Yenya, Yahuntias, Enipa, 34 constituencies, 2,421, January this year, and a buy. And a repeat of the 34 plus another 34 randomly selected, making it 68. Total of 5,180 thereabouts. April 2022. And a buy. Headline was nationally Alan leads Bawumia. Then June 8. And a buy. MPs. We who we so national. We say. Then June 13. That is last Tuesday. Then drilling down in the constituencies. Then you extricate a 35.9% of the 5180 no. The number now we know, is sympathetic to the MPP. And you almost say, if you were an MPP delegate and Kahwana Abetuamano, 54% then said Bawumia, and then 45% said Alan. So nationally, Alan, within MPP, Bawumia. Right. It's a benefit. Mummy and Trans and Nafi, Yamama Junior, and some of us who are my women, your family.
Oh, actually, Ponk no. Needs FM. What's cool, fresh and trendy with a new look? Makes you feel real good, that refreshing vibe. Satisfies you right just the way you like. Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Ain't gotta do it alone. Specialized makes you glow. Anytime, anywhere. Specialized feel different. Always think specialized.
feel different, think special. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Hey, catch it. Listen in here. And you ma beto to dia me baba no hwade no. Hwem so betumi a. Hey, asew. Hey, now beka. Ya jon to ma me ensa duku potomanto. This way chocolate drink. Na kan wo hwe afi bia nso beri ni waware ni a. This way chocolate drink. Na kan sia. Oh, asew. We den kan no ntum wo ho. Me be mo anu nso wo hye kura dia ka ho. Wo hwade a wapi ho. O ka sa batete e da fom wo. This way chocolate drink.
Crash up a baba worry.
Aso.
Ye fear said this way chocolate drink, ya sorry, no pan on yenum. Ye bishop free genome no snack. Ye nya ho ho anu ye de serve wo mo. Ye did we any pebibia bogu ya de so a. This way chocolate drink in yenum. And this one what ti anu a, he se kire wom, koko wom, prick wom, bibia wom, ade wo hia ni so se.
This way chocolate drink.
De wo hia ani so se.
FDA anhwe se adwede nkratoe mo agya tum se eye.
Utie oha echi ponkno. Needs FM.
Neat 100.9 FM suni. Na ene Thursday June 16, 2022. And time just about gone 10 minutes to 2. 10 minutes to 3, I beg your pardon. In the studios, there was Sanitano, a political analyst. Emmanuel Adote Alote of the NDC. Emmanuel Kwatin of the MPP, the two Emmanuels. Yeah, ready with the Abidroni. Right. Yow.
Opening.
Then soon that toy nice why mobile and answer come na deal.
Open. Come and pressure and the body no engine and answer papa.
When in Indian and answer papa.
No any problem, but on the whole,
Yan so more.
Yanko Ponshram.
Yes,
that's good. Here.
Ima.
Yes, sir.
I don't know Ima when I just can. Unquani for Ima.
Number one.
Hey, well, over this Shana Janino. Over this Shana. Is that the reality now? What to say?
Yamiado. Over Unsue.
Yamen and a boy yet my yet my year quine. Aye. Is that quite now? So what to say?
Yeah, Papa.
Joe. Young. Finance Minister failed to appear before parliamentarians and then fails to appear. And Yakwako reschedule 4 working days with expectations Obeba on wide-ranging issues. Give it to me and your hontias here. Bia East, my should be Emmanuel Richard the Champon was say a year and answer a Bia a year. Ahmed Ibrahim bana umubako o say na finance minister no ne ho aye ne ho aye nase cocaine. Do you really see what's happening in the country? Where are we headed?
Ofa medoasi na match Jumeko Farba, and I must commend the team in the NIT FM. You can never go wrong when you are listening to NIT FM, when you are in the studio. Garden moi, mutremu edi juma. One of the areas I love most, and I say, "Go share, see, say we bo in chrono wait to ofa corner how do come in yaji papa." Enti match ya no match ya match ya no match ya JVS ya say, and China NCP. Enti match ya JVS.
Bama yaw. Ya sanitano so chia papa.
Because you massage.
Aye.
Na me drivers na massage.
Aye.
At a point in time.
Yaw, nani na nse umei.
One economy no.
One economy no. Ya no aba. Brother ya wada abakura ya kokora. Na me da hodo ma no miam kakra.
Enti ofa media bibi kakra ha me. But maybe baso no ma menchia Euro Justin Kodia
JFK.
Yes. The incoming General Secretary for the
Patriotic
Party. How much honorable titles? Grover.
Yes,
the National Organizer for the Patriotic
Party.
Yes, and now, for me, this particular question was posted about the finance minister. The continuous stay of the finance minister, Ken Ofori-Atta, in office, the most dangerous thing Ghana has ever entered. And I blame them, a minority group, because we saw all these things coming. The performance in the first 4 years of their tenure of office so abysmal. To be very honest, and yet the economic buffer, how do I put it? Implementations be more the previous administration regarding say among a fund the BC ho to ensure say those funds would cushion us. Not among buy, you know. They depleted all those funds, sinking fund, GIIF, everything has been depleted. When they started recording gains from 2017, 2018 to 19 thereabout, they thought it was their performance that was bringing about those indicators. But 2019 ending to 2020, MIA who said they have nothing to offer this country. First of all, Argentina or shy away from coming to account to the people of this country. Yenim say wadi omay enim abobosia twitwidie with a very serious conflict of interest attached. No reshuffle have been done. No fact. His Excellency the sitting president there's nothing wrong of the direction of which this country is going through the finance minister's actions and in Babia eneya bobosia kodu. A catutri dear diaso. Na papa yi ye fra wo se wo de mpo COVID-19 esika buy any a few other things that you feel say it is important say wo be ba be bu hu kontan kire ye no papa yi adodge saa to the extent that at a point in time when he was asked to come to parliament majority group they use their power to block his coming to parliament to come and account to the people of this country. Me but I'm saying, sir, I am blaming the minority group NDC in the sense, say, omo pass papa boya ene 40 years the economic situation of this country in fact, on one kasa nkrofo I say say so mo friend kra won fa. Obakaya yewura ampiani na there are two pianims
Kwame pianim na kan economist
no o can say our friend won't pick the course. Insiders are saying that when they call him, he doesn't pick their course. So we should the deputy. You are another prayer, I think.
Deputies near Abino
John Kuma.
John Kuma.
Yes, I mean John.
And Eduboy.
Yes. John Kuma is accessible and we share the countenance. Now, friend, regarding the economic situation, our money firm. You obviously actually and yeah, the Obenya finance minister, a man Mausa indicators. Now I say, whether the indicators are good or bad, no. Ora John Kuma will make sure say, he will respond and tell you exactly what is going on. He will only say to favor the government. But he said the indicators are very, very bad. And now note here, inflation rate are hitting about 26.7. So 27.6. Now yet here, so now your friend is saying exchange rate. The omodi campaign bedun samre ya omotiso exchange rate and exchange rate at saying ye hwe ahochira abagana regarding say economic fundamentals no very weak than we thought it would be in the spate of that 6 years no mabedi no ye ti ha nyina no finance minister no on fa obi aho regarding the betumi abobo no na Ghana the economy atumi agina ne nan so and say omko be pompe about $2 billion as a result of the fact that CD depreciation not too bad. 2 billion of amenity hey that is why the exchange rate is rising again from 7 point something now 7.5 now after they injected the 2 billion into the system. You see, we are between 8.1 to 8.5. We call a so-called black market. We are around 8.5. It is incumbent on the finance minister to tell us exactly the truth. And yes, we ko bob busia na ko bon twitwi die nu ankasa no ye di tua ye friend say adwumayefo ka. Wo bob busia fa ye adwuma. Ofa o man bia ni ho a on the ka. And o man bia na sa ban bia ni ho a ko bob busia na no kire se wa ban enkoso. But the wo di sika na busia na ko ban de wo de be ye no. The wo di productive sector no and the Bema economy Nigeria and also because once we export goods, commodities, no, of course, with value addition, no, and not the member yenya foreign exchange. Nama economy ejina na so. As so far so bonds are hura ye. Any other loans are hura ye ya wo di nyina bom as we speak no. And now best 507 billion Ghana cedis no. Ye hu ade potin a ye beka say. Tasika we nyina atumi ama economy na ejina na so regarding say bia in normal way na ye producer ye exporting. And on my paying for administration. I remember very well. Ura Alanchemati. Under the special initiatives. Or the company factory be buy and they were producing socks. And Ghana was exporting those socks to US and other countries. I've forgotten the name of that.
But Adabla, Nipa no de buy never Adabla.
Right.
There's a incident because you were cantonments, ma. That be that company number say Adabla and
now in charge. As to whether that particular factory is working today, I don't know. Offer a buyer or say the private sector is their main prime concern. Oba, and what did you do? Per the Ajapadia document, necessarily serialized. No, it is embedded in it how they were going to, use crude means to destroy the economic pillars of this country through the collapse of indigenous banks. They did it deliberately. They planned it.
Ajapadia no jidi.
I am telling you, offer.
The actual no ABS.
Oh, offer. When the Aka Umaya somewhere, it is left with only the Ajapa to conclude, to seal their deal of taking hold of the economic structures of this. Once I'm ready, on my paying for 100 catches of gold catches buy. What the Oman is kind of got you, but it is not meant for the country. All these things are serialized in the your friend is a Japadia book document. It is serialized. Their aim is that the oil and gas industry, the gold value chain, it is important they have a pillar on it. And these machines, any environmentalist can say this is the best way to go, right? But they planned it long ago. Say where they get their funds from the Galamsey, the environmental hazards that it was creating, was becoming a nuisance to everybody. So they must find a legal means of legalizing that particular system. Yes, but in actual fact, it is going to be supplied to their own people. And in the Japanese document, it is stated categorically that Asante will lead that cause. And in the serialization of their plans, they have people who are leading every sector, every plan that they have hatched to take over the economic value chain of this.
That's what me actually would the men personalize, lest we are gagged. And I'm person just say, "Men modi, but somebody at this stage, they need a sufficient information. They bet me they are sustaining and unsubstantiated, baby."
Yeah, it's a part of it. It is. When you read, you understand that.
Yeah, we go to you.
Into offer this way, the way your economy, and yet Ghana.
Where are we headed?
We are in danger. Where we are heading there is a disaster. But as we speak, we are in danger. And we must acknowledge the fact that we are in danger, and all people, all manner of people regarding technocrats, those who have the technical know-how, should be invited to come on board to solve the situation. But you see, the situation is not being solved because they know what they are doing. So they do not want any infiltration. They do not. And the Ajapadia document, the only thing that has backfired in it is the PDS. And even the PDS, they succeeded in getting 6 months electricity from the people of this country. And they are working free. They are working free. It's a plan, systematically. They care less about where Ghana goes.
The Japadia succession plan. Who leaves after
Dr. Bawumia? They should make sure that Dr. Bawumia will win the primaries for the presidential slot. Right?
We should look for somebody outside of Ashanti,
exactly,
preferably
exactly,
a northern person.
Exactly. It is stated there, red, black, and white. Nana will do everything. He will go heaven and earth to make sure that Dr. Bawumia will win it. I say that people,
and it is captured in the Japadia.
Wafa, look, I can tell you from Japadia, from the preambles, the forward to the end. On one list about 332 mining companies. In fact, what they did was that they gave a date to say all licenses of so-called small-scale miners was null and void at a particular date, and they should reapply. And the reapplication, you know what they did? They gave it to their own people.
Sanitize.
Yes. That is the word they used to say they bring me no way any so. This government, excuse my word, but it is the most wicked government I have ever seen on the African continent.
The pre-senior high school, bro.
There's nothing.
Are you privy to the document now, or can we say? Are you privy to it?
I'll give you.
I'm saying, are you privy to it?
I said, what kind of meet here be? Me
fish be away.
Copy.
And you say me will be because me fish say you are referring to a document.
Now they are
I don't know whether your production and I say one individual, you know, you are privy to it.
Baby, I'm got problem and say me personalize no. Because
this is a very big platform. It's
a mantra.
This platform, no, so
baby, I bet me absorb when I say Enkobo Obidin and Cassane were Japadim. To can say we may not have sufficient information or evidence to substantiate. You see, some of these things.
What time will come?
No, listen. Some of these things. No, it is not your time. Some of these things are meant to incite the people of Ghana against the government. And that is what he's trying to do.
But if there's the need to incite, we must incite. If there is the need to incite,
Ghana against the
government, we are educating the people of this country of what your government is doing.
And you are referring to a document that the production team. Me myself here, we cannot authenticate or verify.
You don't need to have a copy to authenticate.
You get it?
You don't need to have a copy to authenticate.
But you are already you are inciting people to commit a crime. That is by going after the government. Why would you want to do that?
Which people are going to commit a crime?
Say nipa na wo kasa chiro and abana you say
abana you say
it won't be money. I am Ghanaian and I'm a
document. We cannot authenticate.
If you don't have it and you cannot authenticate,
it was on social media.
It was, so you know about it.
No, it's not.
So you know about it. You see the mischief.
I know about it.
You see the mischief. So you know about it. Please let me do my. You will have your own time, and then you can say. Oh, I did not come here to talk to you. I wanted to talk to the people of Ghana, and that is what I'm doing.
So stop inciting the people.
You cannot tell me what to say. You do not control me. Control what I say. Say yours, and I'll be quiet and listen to you.
Who say this government comes up as the most wicked government?
The fact is, they are using people who more or less unknowingly to execute a certain agenda that will make a certain family get a foothold of the economic values of this country, the gold value chain.
The commanding heights of the economy.
Exactly. You understand? This is what they are doing. And so, they will never mind you. That game, why should you be in government or why should you be a finance minister at this time?
Why are they?
He's performing abysmally. And the abysmal.
Who determines the performance?
We, the Ghanaians, who gave them the power.
The buck stops with the president.
And we are asking the president. We are asking the president to fire him because this man does not deserve to be there.
It will not
it's a family system, so he will not fire him. And we are demanding that he fires him.
Adwa Safo, a family member.
Adwa Safo. Offer. It can only take a certain presidency who have a very deep secret with Adwa Safo to have allowed her to go to the extent that she has gone.
Okay.
You understand? May conclude now my patch say we are running the economy of this country aground, and for that matter, it is important. Say Ghana for Beboa na young pamu sa papa we. Say President Crowd
homegrown policies as espoused by John Kuma is being practiced. Where we may not have any option than to go to IMF, but our confidence, the homegrown policies, no. Yada yawasanita no ase. Now moving on. Ora Emmanuel Adote Alote. Where are we headed? Finance Minister fails once again to appear before parliamentarians and it's been rescheduled for a further 4 working days. What do you make of that?
Me that's what na mami fa akwenya wenchia etiefo na ahwefo nyina o Facebook. Na menchia NDC mpanyfo nyina ewie mechia obi a mechia anyaso otumfo nso ene NDC mpanyfo a mobo adwuma wa anyaso obi an
Dr. Adumaku Kisi Ajoso.
Nyamisha obia. Michiano. Honorable Dr. Adumaku Kisi Michiano. Nyamisha nso. Na offer finance minister no. Me who say na all like how he sees or perceive the office of the Ministry of Finance. Say any personal property you. And I'm saying this with so much pain. On cost studio, there will be an opponent to challenge him or cost studio or granting interview. I've monitored this the media encounter and you want to say like he should be pampered to do the job. There was some comment like during the vetting cry. I thought like the minority would take him on. But this is the property of Ghana. And we have put you there and you are working on our behalf. Whether you take salary or not, we don't care. Because commission, AOG, any other things are own, you know. If you don't take salary, it speaks rather volume. So we don't care. Nobody force you. And you swore an oath on behalf of the people of Ghana. And say no bonejumano some way. This parliament meeting that they be all dodging. This is not the first time, Iwana. This is not the first time. This is not the first time. Some time ago, the same thing concerning the cost of a president travels. And also, you change. Later, the thing was shifted to a different ministry. The Ministry of National Security should deal with it. And then so COVID-19, the car just come on account. And also, you couldn't make it. And we have to wait another 4 days. What are you waiting for? Time I COVID by the car it's about 35 billion. We can't in Aboma. Zero finance here, free 20 billion from Bank of Ghana at the home. IMF 2 billion and also the World Bank 425 billion. The Sika in the fund and also 250 million. Then you know Kabuma 35 billion. And Utium ye pa Uraba Miakasa concerning the cost. President the same thing, and finance minister. Almost figures are moving in Mbobra. Different figures. So just come to parliament. Let's say send an echo. Then we know how much you spent. And also Adani Asem. Now me, I don't blame him. I blame Ghanaians, and I don't blame at all. And I feel so. On say the way he has run the economy today, Ghana's economy is the West. Yeah, can then they say global.
Compared to which economy? And the Ghana the West.
So you see economy. You see macroeconomic indicators.
No, you just made a categorical
statement. Yes.
Ghanaian's economy is the West.
Yes.
And we are asking, tell us.
Yes.
Say, compared to which economy in Ghana the near West?
You use indicators and the fair economy.
And you don't any minister.
Yes.
But economy ben they compare Ghana the Ghana the near West.
So
tell us.
Yeah, so I'll tell you. And I make us say, you see indicators. And my share Ghana indicators, And I'm sure other countries, West African countries, And I want to say, then West.
Other which countries?
West African countries, the whole of Africa and the world.
Amongst West African
countries,
having assessed data,
yes.
Ghana is the West.
Yes, no, I say me can say open here. I know say Mr. Kwatin Betro now you react. So let me break it down so you understand. Until we fear inflation here. Yeah, inflation figure here bono is the West in West Africa. And the West maybe second or third in Africa.
At 27%.
Yes. And Omo cannot say Omo come about and it's global no. Can be so almost say global now. What share Ivory Coast? Let's not go for Ivory Coast. What is their inflation currently?
La Côte d'Ivoire.
What is their inflation? Burkina Faso, Togo, Senegal, and so on. And my share. Look at their inflation. Into Uzi global. Argentina global.
Can you tell us
no, none of them is doing beyond 10%. Yes.
Single digit.
Senegal is 7.
Huh?
What did I say? Senegal is 7.
Huh?
If anything, Togo, if I'm not mistaken, it's below 10. We can check all this online. Wow.
That's a winning so the back one someone there. What check your country?
Oh, I can check all.
Check me.
I can check all this.
Check me.
What no, don't worry. If I have to retract,
you need the data. So you may stay on it until you can supply the data. Because all the commands we next will be mine. And be another answer.
At
least we see Senegal 7%.
Yes.
So rely on Senegal. They compared Ghana and Senegal. Ghana is the West.
Yes.
Don't use any other country. You
don't know me figures don't worry. Me checking that. I just want to flow. I'll give you everything. Say make I say we or no we'll get another chance to talk. I will show you all the figures. If you look at all these things, come global. My point is say other countries say we global economy and na COVID-19 buy anko la Côte d'Ivoire, anko Burkina Faso, Togo and so on. So it's the West. Me, I side with my brother. Yeah, sometimes say the finance minister at least let's have a fresh brain in the ministry. Because the man has been there for the past 6 years. Now she also be say
the backstop so the president was one open.
Oh, you see, Wafa, the president is not a president on his own.
Hey, what to Obama no?
Yes.
And 4 years. And I say 4 years. No, I'm a first one. Me di boom and di ama oye. Me say Kana na ekro. What have you got to say?
Wafa, then we don't even need to talk on radio, talk on TV. That is not what the Constitution says. We have the right. We have the right to talk now and talk forever.
Now,
talk always. Because
you say so.
Oh, see, we need a fresh brain over there. We can reshuffle. Because for 6 years no nipa no ebo juma no but it enko ye bibia say
whose lens
oh ofanti unu bibia say
one lens na say
yeah inflation I've given you a figure and it may first have global ni COVID-19 ni Ukraine issue no and be it is our own issue you exchange rate say and on says fuel price are air cost no it has nothing to do with the world price because world price has been fairly stable. What do you say? July 2008, now you turn fuel, 1 barrel of crude $147. And are we at that point? Yeah, but at that time we didn't save a Yanton fuel 1 gallon 50 cedis. What did I say? Wasn't 50 cedis? Then do 10 cedis in both. What you say? So Michelle said the issue is about the exchange rate because on no time now it was 1.2 and I'm 8 echo. To manage exchange rate and echo. So I'm giving you all the factors one by one.
And I think so 0.9 to $1.
Yes, before time work on
2007.
Yet no 2007. Time I read on innovation. In fact, it was even 0.7. Time I read on innovation. And the on 1.2. And my point is the issue with the fuel price in the cost is not global issue. It is the mismanagement of the exchange rate. And they be a cover like sitting at home then you have to raise the price of the finished product.
You need more of the Ghanaian money. And what mean the
yes.
Also recover in dollars.
Yeah, yes, in dollars. And these are the issues. No, global. Then they be a can also COVID-19 Ukraine global. No. It is the exchange rate that you to be managing. Of course, but who again? And who again? Finance minister and the head of the economic management team.
But, the finance minister only Najuma.
Yes.
Najuma no does it include currency fluctuation? Finance minister.
Finance minister together with whoever they put in charge of the economic management team. Ahead of fiscal policy. Central bank has nothing. No.
Entity.
Bank has nothing to do with the economy. You see, it has nothing to do. No. Let me tell you something. Timer. You ready? Friend is saying, Professor Kobna, is it Kobna Enim? That's a decision. I can't win anywhere. What's the BOG man? Was he surprised that they can't have control over inflation. Oh, you know, see, this one needs fiscal policy, you know, to address it. And yet, finance minister, need the executive. That's their job. It has nothing to do. Until time inflation drew 23.6. No, BOG governor has no choice than to raise policy rate. But that was no policy rate not raising. No, it was only to address the same investors, non-resident investors. Say, if you bring your money, at least you get more than the inflation, but not to address the inflation, because what we are going to say no, a cost push inflation is on the supply end, and that one you can only address with fiscal policy. The finance minister and the management
cost push
inflation not demand. On say economy is demand and supply. The demand pull anchor, and then like what do you mean? Is say yeah, it's them say no. The crisis can be brave. Let's say this specialized, and in the autumn we know we use price discrimination. Where is it? The one with the highest amount, you know, better. A creating inflation, but now it's demand. Demand is saying, I mean, a crazy car, yeah, push it to buy this one. But Niasino is cost push on the supply end. And supply is a function of production and manufacturing. Cost of producing and manufacturing are cost through. That's the issue. Obi a intermediary product.
So that's raw material. Food inflation, so I was wrong.
So that is a farming, agriculture, fertilizer, input, or craniama ediba. Look at the cost altogether. Look at the freight cost. So they pass all those into us. Obviously, transporting. And I think don't forget, say tractor no be a high tractor no. Into be high no. Me so I may high no. This is me go no. And say price na cost. So I'll charge you more in plowing your farm. Into is a push over. What you are saying. So BOG has nothing to do. This is the job of the finance minister and the executive. And I'm saying that the finance minister no. Ebia agree or crown and ideas no. It's not a cake. And yet Juma. So bring a fresh person who can think well to change the things.
Yale educated, no.
Oh, Wafa. No, look at the output. Oh, it's not about Yale. No, it's not about Yale and Harvard. No, it's about the output. It's about the output, Wafa. Obi, Ebia, or no one call Yale, one call Harvard, or call Lagos and I say Tech, economics. But you look at the output. Yeah, fair Juma, it's not about the fine, of course, the nature of the school, no, so yeah, but it's about what is your output? Are Ghanaians getting value for the money they are paying you while you are in that office? Debbie, when you now say, then let's come to our debt. Oh, you said you are borrowing to retire the old debt. Menti way that in banking, say, loan down 100,000. My G new 100,000, maybe 100,000. My total debt no buy 200,000. Put the 100,000 to your old one now. The baseline should be 100,000. By next year, 392 billion, and we spend almost 80% of our revenue in servicing the debt. So the pressure every year, and only say a debt so 51% a foreign in the Ukotia, you need more CDs, $10 to pay the investors. No,
are we allowed further debt?
No, as say our credit rating now. No, you are allowed, but you be punished in terms of the interest rate. Into what's the market? European
bonds.
Yeah, you can go, but the interest of it, no, massa, you run away. Currently, you're spending about 444 billion of our edit just interest offer. That's how much we pay every time. And so my point is, say finance minister no, yet the only mean from here no, but the output no. And I gonna for every. So we need a fresh brain.
Next week Wednesday, you the finance minister and the Beba. But for now, the Asedabema Ura Emmanuel Adote of the NDC. Earlier on, put a sanitano, a political analyst. But now, the pressure than Sunina, Ura Emmanuel Quatin of the MPP. Bema, Yao, essay, Enkoye, Ima, essay. Finance minister, Yentimin Reshuffle, no, and the president of the republic, Reshuffle, no, a netted my biana.
What for me, chair, neat, your phone, baby will be no chairs from the man. The stress, COVID, no. I started Pajana Mukaka, because I educate here and we say young Cosona, Yema, Yen, Bambono, and who in here. afei so within just sonko e de ma minia ba bi bono hema yo obi a mechia no ene ye da sonko e wona brabom mu na me nhira no obi bi obi a wofa see ye ka say abrewa chewa jarea na isi no. See, sometimes you will come out with a demand that you need the finance minister to be present. Sometimes Parliament in your place, they say wafre obi na pesa uji imwaye bi edifi honum. Parliament in an ordinary place. A place a wo kwa you should ensure say wa boabo hu yie, wa prepare yie. Se na be ya wo kokodum penifo na nima what me ama the right answers to the questions are omode about forth. They were talking about COVID money. Of an American say as on mine yakasa asem we ya say as on mine we know say a time like this will be in a situation like this. From the beginning we knew it. From the beginning the president and the last person or the government in the monum we know say a time like this will come. Ahunye hia kakra beba. Anything a president can say, no dear, the choice is to make sure so be saving lives. Because economy problems beba, ni ebe den ye betumi esiginaye, ni e den hihye a eye aiden egu akwan mu. Enti oman na moya den. And I see one dangerous thing they said, say oman ni moya den the president, from the president to the last person, everybody admits we have challenge. Nia eye yani say obi a o twasa ana say obi a o wa hunye hia mu no no ankasa no onim so wa hunye hia mu. But the government of MPP we know say or we admit say ye wo ahunye hia mu. Na nya ye kan say sa COVID money no mo ka ho asem no. And the situation that we find ourselves as a country, we know it. Che, I am obi ohono mo say you call lockdown 1 month in obi fi say just 1 month. And not just 1 month lockdown. The whole country, obi electricity, the chemu have. Water bill, it was virtually free for everybody for almost a whole year. Now, obi say it cost the country money. Enye Nana Adodanko Akufo-Addo, His Excellency, ni bottom sika. Your minor sika. Now, minor sika na we decide say we dey boa o mine for no. Na omo ho aye den aha omo kakra no. Definitely edin sunsan so e dey beba o minor sika sem so. My yen lose sight of some of these things interventions government needed to akwemu to ensure say yebebo nipa no ho ban say na be ya COVID no entimi ye den embu nkam fan yeso entimi na me ogidie say Honorable Ken Oforiatta is ready say no mama no up to next week say omra no meyi ne ho ano anase omeyi nsem bisa na no megidi say okokoduru ho no mo a nya Ghana fo pese omutie bia no odbeba minya ne kasa no say Honorable John Kuma or very accessible na or very accessible okasa mahwan okasa ma the ministry okasa dem the ministry of out here
there na nipa 9 ewo ministry including the head of the minister, substantive minister. Eba akopene de bi etenene adai.
Enye ba akopene de bi etenene.
Anya Johnny.
Enye ba akopene de bi etenene. Upa other deputies who they from. I don't know so whether you have made attempt to get in touch with Oforiatta Winsanka no. Na nyame kan say some of these things you see I didn't want to comment on those things. In politics, there are a lot of issues that come out. If you are not careful, you will follow blindly and you will fall. Some of these things are propaganda. You see, you see, imperium stature.
He said it himself.
Say no, me cry me tia kitikiti crampo no mitumi nya access to kenofrata
asem na
me tia hwe me start am de te ha na say me cry mitumi nya access to ono na hwe ayi
the last time I call
na me catch say me am here cry mitumi nya access me kitikiti
when was the last time I call na me
me start na me nyama ni bi o hono mo you see nyama ni bi o hono mo you see but you better try radio so yes sir
asa o sha ka na ya Safumafo finance minister very accessible na ya Safumafo friend radio so kra obekasa sisia and then also more affable person in the name of late Kwajuban radio ono so obefro na ono anante then Dr. Kwabnado for by no ka scamper rough it na Dr. Dofo enyopia na otakasa kasa ho recall hanase watete ba say aban mu na omu take over na transition no na say wateke kankam no ma bia to ne yidum ko no so e no se there bi onkasa bia kasam de emfanye kasaten na afi se tekpe ba ne tekpe so otene nka kakra enti kanofuri atabaye could he possibly not be learning from Dr. Kwabrado?
Say what any pana almost checking Friday, then almost is it not information? So open information from the ministry. Man, Jane say bia until second of Friday Bekasano, you will not get the information. Say Honorable John Kuma Kasa or Kasama ministry no or Kasama government.
You can know it.
O say
o ye den.
Also, yeah, then. In America, say, "Es no biane dimina, es no biane ne style or the end." Say na woka say, "Come do for no more. Omo ntimi amba public amba me yin se mano." Ni America ne say, "Nia omo nipa ne pe no, ana man for ne pe ne the information." And information, no, it doesn't matter where it comes from. So if the deputy speaks or economic management committee member kasa. Any finance minister kasa, the same thing.
But why is it that the deputy finance minister will not be allowed to address MPs on substantive issues at the ministry? I didn't know. It means it's a threshold, no.
And no sunti, and I make us say information be honorable John Kumad Babiano or Kasa de my ministry. No.
So, and a ministry, parliament will not listen to the deputy.
And I make us say, "Shaya, a war
So, didn't you say, "Shaya, no"?
And no, yen, I say, the Bisa Wasem.
It means certain information in order to make it accurate. The finance minister himself should deal with it.
He has been, yeah, bet me, I say, can offer to buy and or address media, no, or address the public, or address
free media for.
Yes.
Now, I didn't.
Why do you want to? Some people want to turn the friends say. The current finance minister into a serial caller. To say,
Mr. Kwatin, yet your mind
it's about information.
Mr. Kwatin, yet your mind will presidential travels. The way are parliamentarians under the representation of the People's Act. Eventually, what's Busa, a national security ministry. Nese na ni msie ngobuza national security ministry dia na bawo masa in all fairness can overata or the need the parliamentarians
offer Jenny American say that issue no say only security experts ni be kasaya they were so they were not comfortable say be discussing the president travel on air if not politics and presidential travel, it's not about the cost. Everything. No, you see, no, you don't have to say that. Yes,
I don't know what opportunities so on Kasa say moment opportunity on Kasa.
So, at that time, some of the security experts were not even comfortable with it, and I was not surprised. So
you are suggesting, say, representatives of the people should not be told about presidential travels.
No, na make man Kasa. Nyame say adibi wo hono na wo ka it's to say the right people.
So where is the country headed to now?
You see no kwasem ne say oman so home baby over the years from early 80s ya structure an economy na up to. And until almost all the time, you know, there's always pressure on our city because you intimate producing enough. Because other developed countries, and what they do is say whatever that they are importing, they are also exporting. Into Bahano, on a balance of trade, some of them their balance of trade is even negative or even at par.
And then you see a next issue. The next issue is that China and Africa aid trade. China, it's our trade, you know, it's worth just under $200 billion. But meanwhile, China's foreign direct investment to Africa under $2.5 billion. Into a DNA, you bet me, I say, na economy no export led. Na exportation of raw material and then accepting finished product and then diesel crown petrol crown. You accepting finished product. Abra ye water my refinery. A dear ye Imano Quati.
Yeah, say some of these things, you know. The best way I'll be making sure, say, Obama cost of production in the country. And cost of production, you know, we are talking about labor, we are talking about energy, we are all the things are itimibua and cost of production. Because anytime there is cost will be affecting industries, affecting manufacturing companies now that day. Into maybe Obama more than say Obama one more day no higher than the production.
In Europe, North America, any developed countries, you know, the from industrialized countries.
Yeah, say, for example, Ghana has here and America, about 5% of their population in the year into agriculture. But almost to me then, it me a producer then essential export be. But we buy a acquire fast so ye in agriculture and as ye in farms were say no. It's very difficult.
It is industrialized countries.
It's in America say no Osha farmers are war and those already in the agriculture sector or more producing the no. All that we need to do and as our mind do many actually and say you better make sure say you better resource one. Say first no you better in school no. When you have mistake, be an answer. Oh, for ma, near this council.
Are we manufacturing enough?
We are not. As a country, we are not. That is why.
So can we also be called industrialized country?
See, I don't know. You see, when you say industrialized country, there were no levels. But what I'm saying is, now, no, as a mind, we are not.
Will be from industrialized countries. And yes, you will say, industrialized countries, you know. Yes, so you bet me a baby, me a friend industrialized country, Anna.
Yes, I don't American one seminal. You say, for example, you say, boss, your papa, despite. ADAKABRI, and Nipo Bako, you see the farm, about a quarter of Greater Accra, Nipo Bako for. But here, Hanomono, I have incentives so no, ye demano, elwo for Muntinipano crown expansion, and I have a problem. And nothing America say, a yan shisheo, and as of mine, associate to me ye, near to me, bomodi near to me, then eboa yen farmers, and I said those in the production industry, no, send a bit on which made are producing more. And they say about then you be making sure the cost of production, no even ever from cost of energy, a bed then ever from cost of labor, a bit made from. That is when anything now, I buy and this one dear barco, a year, one district, one factory. One district, one factory, it's a start. That is not the panacea. And I say, I know that solve all the problem, but it's just a start. Even one district, some of the factories, you know, a Ghana, CCA, a time will come. Then the Asha said, and Yankupon Buenas, you to meet to us so after 2024, you to meet to us so. A companies are yet existing companies here, baby. A time will come. Some of them will be employing 10,000, 20,000 Ghana. I don't think say we have a company that will employ 10,000. Yes, because expansion rate, you know, form
still factory employ 12,000. Right. Adote. Adote. Yes, you bet me a friend industrialized country.
That is the reason why we are a developing nation. They do such stage, they become a developed nation.
So that industrialized countries, you know, one more export left economies. Can yes, your economy no? You bet me as thermo raw material export. Now yes, ya manufacture na export na
because the raw materials in about 60% of items are using their raw materials in we can do it. I would say we share on say na maybe be capital intensive economy, labor intensive. They use more technology. This is all canon. More only few people are into farming, but they can produce more because they use technology. Sorry. More people are into farming. As I say, we are labor intensive. We do more manual, and the output is very small. So we can turn it around and learn from them and do more. We can reach there, but tell America, maybe inflation, we know. See, my figures in Ivory Coast, still America 4%. Togo 4.6. Oh no, don't worry. You go to Google. Don't even Google any foreign source. I'm telling you.
What's it?
4%. Yes.
Inflation, you're saying
4%. You see, you're surprised. And you have a phone. Our phone, no. Don't look for any book. Just Google.
Okay. Ghana, I say, me checking, me say, I'm checking here. Almost in Ghana, inflation rate in here is 16%. That's what Ghana is 16%. Let me open it to you.
Adote.
Let me open it to you.
Adote.
That's why you say over 20%.
Adote, Google Ghana's inflationary rate minus here.
The Ivory Coast 4%. Togo 4.6.
What do you mean?
America 7%.
Google Ghana inflation rate.
Yes. So listen, don't
Google. Oh. Google Ghana current inflation rate. Assembly.
Needs FM. Needs FM Neo.
Man, Drew. The more young Ghana inflation rate will Google, Pia Mekasa Google say, Togo you say, we say.
I don't know. Ghana's inflation rate for me rising to 27.6. These are the things. So
Google na kai.
Yes. One video crowd Professor name Kasani na one videos na first point.
I'm just say we first story no. Ghana Business News. And also Ghana inflation rate for May rises to 27. Second one, or say inflation rate, Ghana's inflation rate, YouTube Joy News, or say 23.9. But as Ghana's inflation continues to surge, yes. YouTube and CTFM, Consumer Price Index, Ghana, YouTube, CTFM, April 2022 inflation rate is 23.6.
That's April, huh?
It's news report in the
no,
statistical
service. No, they are reporting.
Google, say.
Wafa. No, please. This is it depends on the data. No. Something like
this is after June or after June or say
60% for June. You need to for June because you June. See, take your time. Now you see here. Very simple.
May. After May ending or say 60%
Ghana May 2022. Why is it not coming? The report is there. My
it is a some
of these things you can check. Oh, Wafa. You can easily check. You may see Ivory Coast end up 4%, Togo 4.6. Oh, if you think I'm lying, call somebody from Ivory Coast and I say Togo. Let me check it. My point is say, your finance minister, do you want to open the output? You know, bad, very bad. Was say, my wasa. Think I say, we move forward. Nigeria will come about 60%. You know, we have just checked the thing right now. OBI can report May 27.6. No country is around this figure. So the point is that my can about global because Ivory Coast and so COVID-19 by no. Togo the same thing, Burkina the same thing, Kenya the same thing, Kenya the same thing. But their figures are not what we are showing. They are no. I say because if you can use 44% of your revenue, 44 billion of sky just to service debt, no, it means everything is bad. Now all time and you can check the budget to Parliament 2017 April near Ora Kenfrata HOA for the first time. All the minister it was there. How much were we spending in interest payment? 10.4 billion. And no friend is incompetent. And now who tell you 44 billion So what are you? Super incompetent, Wafa. These are the things I hear can say.
So in the circumstance, can we become an industrialized country?
No, I mean, yes, we can. Yes, we have the ability, the capacity to be reject. We have it, but it's saying and there are a lot of things that we have to do. And
now we are told, say, African Continental Free Trade is the biggest trading bloc after WTO, and all we need to do now is to ensure, say, you bet me a shaman a year, Jumana, I expanded the African economy. Thereby, say, the China trade, the biggest trading partners at $200 billion, no, almost direct investment a year 2.5 billion. Into day and na yeso yeah, na ya export to a year finished product rather than say you be trying to be an industrialized country, no, I export to finished product.
Every country's foreign policy, no, is done to favor or not. So China will not come and have a foreign policy in terms of trade. It will favor you. No, in the figure now, it spends 2.5 billion on Africans.
Foreign direct investment.
Yes, in terms of support for but in terms of trade, no, multiples, more than 100% of
because
that in trade.
Or no, on export to raw materials or export to finished products.
Yes, and only like trade, no. He's thinking of how he can milk you to get more. And he say, no, we need to also come back home.
So would you support the one district, one factory?
Of course, nobody is against 1D, 1F.
But nobody should be.
Nobody should be against. But the point is to say, it's not in the right direction. And they're not ready to say, other views. Oh, Obi factory. Now, Niwachiri, and you only call Exim Bank, then you support the person with capital. Then you paint the place 1D, 1F. You are deceiving yourself. How many of the factories are newer? They started from scratch. They're targeting just 10%.
Your expectation should be say new entities from scratch should only be termed one district, one factory.
And if you support existing factory, that's a form money, I don't have any problem. But the point is, at the same time, no, there should be new ones.
I think the question that he asked you cannot term an existing factory as one district, one factory. A new factory is what you can term one district, one factory.
Fine.
Some of these
will
say new management, new board.
New board is like new board.
No. They don't listen to dissenting views. So, then they jump into it. Namika say, 1D, 1F, no. It's a fantastic idea because nobody will study economics. ISI, import substitution was strategy. That is the only way out. Nyamika say, we need to do the thing properly. Import basket, you know. There are elements we can take 20 of them. Say, factory to produce them here and stop the importation. That's how you start. In the old company, you give them capital. It's not bad, but that cannot be termed as 1D, 1F. Let's go the way of tackling the whole thing. Because bringing VW, Nissan is a misplaced priority. How many Ghanaians bet on new cars in this country?
Oh, sir.
Yes, I'm telling you. Majority of us rely on the home use cars. You see, if you had brought phone assembly plant, because almost every Ghanaian, more than 10 million Ghanaians, acquire 2 phones. But I may say, no replacing no. So what we need is new money use the piano. Bring factories to produce those things.
An economy, a 10-year-old Mercedes-Benz Sprinter, a year cargo. Now, what I would be ship will be doing hanging 30,000 cities. Now, what could 80,000 cities duty. Now, the Ababi Siabontin, no one tono, a year 12,000, 13,000, 130,000 cities. Sir, if you are able, sir, ubetimi actor, sir, Sprinter, no, 10-year-old Sprinter, no. Wait me at Tono, a year 130,000. Senka year assembly sa sprint and waha. And now from new, uton 20,000. Jay, uton 200,000. Jay, and cost effective.
So what far? Thank God, say Ubo price of the new. New is about 2 times 130 now, Ubo, you know. And I say
10-year-old, no, BBC 130,000. And then from new scratch, you know, a year 200,000. So there's a difference of 70,000. So we are asking you, say, what you mean to 130,000, you know? I did 10 years no every year you might take ne car want me into 200,000 brand new no
the point in this
let me just chip in a point. The misplaced priority now what can is that, and you see your question is apt in the sense that you have spoken about commercial vehicles. Tanka yeti he ne ya plant base has a yanka say ye coaches. We know the economic value of coaches ne beba. You see the plant base ye buses. Yanka say ye be assemble head ye be coaches say ye Tata bus no man. The economic value is higher. Almost produce private cars. Private cars nonsense you 2021 but 2022
it is a start. So we check here under the same 1D 1F no. There is something on the board. A Ghana Bus Company. Ghana Bus Company Ghanaians in collaboration with ZEF of China are building buses. Free say you better build the buses no ewa. Now at me West African market. But we have register company no.
Yes, but we have 3 companies who produce
you know
we have 3 companies that are producing private cars and the private cars can be bought mostly by people who are working. How many people?
You see,
that's the problem.
When you say ISS
has Toyota told you say or sofa say or building a Japan a small car
yes, because me about video of you microphone say no. They are now going on to I don't know how they got my name. Obibiara Gina as MP and I say oh yeah MP no. They are now going after them with their sales agent, telling you payment terms and so on. And and one came to me back by my office and I told her how difficult is it to even sell one car, one brand new car. Me can't say it's totally bad. Let me explain the things then.
Say yema obi aka chose o sika boom. Ekokoto car new and I say you bet me ama opportunity. Ama wo de between 36 to 60 months. Edi ato brand new car.
Ofa bebre ni ejuma no see
what did you just say?
No, Ofa.
What did you just say? What did you just say?
Bebre ni sasika no.
But I want to change it. Was it the brainy ejuma? So why don't we create a ejuma?
Yes. Let me tell you something. Say Obi payment plan. That's a loan. It's a loan or high purchase. No, it's not about say 60 months and 30 months. No, they look at your cash flow. You can be paying small for 60 months. That thing no, it's not there.
Oh come on. GP to you. Taxi drivers.
I'm referring to the private. Nissan,
Toyota. Obika taxi. Circle to Osu. What champagne for Maka taxis in the area of Mama. I'm a Biabaya doctors, Biabaya lawyers. Who does what say? Say Toyota. Ebet me the car back one my taxi driver. Circle to Osu. Now I catch and say on for 60 months. And then car. Taxi driver and also on yes Akano.
Offer me can't
what do you mean
offer no initiative
no this is the problem. Look, a company that has come to invest in a country or penny profit, you will not give a country a taxi driver for 60 months because now you're trying to have drive and pay say my friend and look up on
you move on to
because the environment you know
yes you see offer one you wrote in a for a company to invest in this manner now for 60 months and that's what for 36 months it be for
36 months is I'll say you system
and I mean my investor make profit no me for the come
from the onset because we say Toyota Prius not a hybrid electric car and petrol car
36 months and so na car na say ukwana say car no ukwana say car no nti investor
to Osu no want me nya adwuma system
to me na drive and pay say what them pay crap no
and no for pemfa so chiri die
offer
and wakoto home use car aka na di 10 years and what dey bra wo can't we help ourselves. Said there's a Nissan or Toyota or I didn't know on from circle to Osu. Now on fanya juma for 60 months. Now on tuano monya na bosume Wanya na watch now be aja or the says in your car. What you
are for Christmas
offer
Maslock what
it cannot work. No it cannot work. 60 months is 5 years over team
and 60 months is 5 years.
No banker will write a credit document. Say may talk amount. Ubetwin the ejuma. Not to have within 5 years. No banker will do that.
Now when I say bank be You need to have a development bank. Or you're dedicated. So what the system to run.
Of development bank we have. Development bank
because even fresh car no. Fresh car as a new car Eddie man I bet you maximum lifespan I can work well to make proper sales 2.5 years. Beyond that you will I'm telling you. No. Look, we have tried several
So who are an indigenous Ghanaian transport company. And now what to me at a brand new 9 Kia ground-bed buses since 2009. Now what to me decide 9 brand new Kia buses. What the year Juma, I mean there over almost 800 of the new buses. I must say Kia buses 9 no chassis.
So you know better.
2009. If I could finish.
Okay.
Edu baby why mommy you suggest be my system no. Na system no why. So what me at 9 brand new buses. Kia. E dia year Juma. Ama from 2009 till date I think. Yes, 13 years. Yes. Right?
Yes.
The 13 years later, no, but you almost 800 buses. Are you telling me that if there is a dedicated concrete plan, say you're a Ghanaian taxi driver, say you're more than 3 years, and you're more Ghana, name of car companies where na abebano, on for car man, na year Juma for 16 months. Now what you be when you say, sir? Tibima car company no or the finance department. Tibima woman now to be for Koba Konhoma. Na se car no so no regular service interval tinya. Ubedi swa yentimi nye. Adabi agis ya kopa use car every Korea.
I know all things being equal. And yes, because Maslow, this is a scenario we create, and the government also what the bar, they will politicize it. Into nipa no kwa wodi ka na man say are you also not a politician? Into at the end of the day Maslow is the perfect example. Where are the payment? Where are the cars? Cars in Kitty more years say the best supported. It's that cars no, it cannot
work. It is Maslow no, a state agency and a diama political say hellings.
Yes.
Say one more kwa free Korea every 10 years. I did my work and pay. I didn't know to me arrangements or better me newly assembly vehicles. When you compare an aya quine, I'm on white jigs I car brand new. And the amount now do I work and pay? There
shouldn't be any government involvement.
But we am say ma obia faka a year more than 5 years and your Uber Ghana. Mobia faka 5 years and your taxi Ghana. Ma will be a car cubic a beer feet a space a volume no yamfaka kitwa we you say mo be a car ni emissions etimi as the carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide ne ka carbon emissions no mo be a wo yes amra ni ye na fe ye brand new car wa ha no okoni betimi de ama for 5 years Would anybody agitate to say, Chinchina me confirm home use at the Abagana?
Offer you might have ensured, say, your road network is so good that the lifespan of the car, the lifespan, say, we are not car, and it doesn't work that way. VIP buses. Look, we are saying that. Look, offer China, you see,
it's at the point that we need your support.
We are not planning offer. No. Silk Road, China for more a year. Yes.
Why didn't you bring?
It's the Silk Road is a network of routes or mobile everywhere. It has been there since the 15th century or whatever it is. But they have revamped it, ensuring that they will take over the economic structure across the globe in terms of friends or more. That is why the infiltration of China in Africa are very massive, right? It's a road network, and as I say, it's a network of deliberately. By hand, we do not think beyond our nose. Say we want to do something that will ensure the country. No, we need to have policies that can make us have industries. Factories.
If I say, after it.
So in your final analysis,
it's in your can say. Me can't say.
Your can say.
Okay, so near me can say. Me can't say. Oh, the company bana say ubi if anything almost as a bad. There are priorities. Wow, niemo na ye consume day bia no every day no target those ones yen fi ye import basket no
since 2020 was it since August 2020 and GPRTU taking delivery of new shape Toyota High AC from the year Kumasi. A year 2020 August no. This year August 2022. Can you believe we have about 2,500 units of Sa Toyota no? And a Lebanese for the Kradiba Ghana. And a Yaya Kokoto. I just think Toyota Ghana no wahano. Thank you to me yet me realign no retulu no. And ankasa within 2 years 2,500 units now. You should what do you mean?
No. For anything that make us say the priority private cars now. What they are banned. They are not commercial. They're commercial value. They are saying, sir, instead of concentrating on private cars, no, the economic value bus system, like the cars that you are talking about. But we must also admit, sir, cars now say about 2,500 units. No, most of them are on credit.
And it's a credit in the Ghanaian indigenous banks, Nana.
Facilitating. Yes, it means to say you must government making your way.
Me just Ghana banks don't to a some Marco Polo to me free will be a what to be a Ghana. I catch them and say, the Marco Polo the Bamount. In 5 years, now what Gina Ghana? I don't need your system. Who bet me this as I'm a Ghanaian financial institution. Rather than Swedish.
The priority should not be private cars. Private car bankers no or more me adwan obet me ato. Majority no aye to me to.
You might almost want to you man yentinam ABC musa.
The offer now me person make can say.
We are kasa we are kaka.
Yeah. You might kasa.
You see, me can say as on mine, I'm speaking to the good people of Ghana. Yeah, me can say on mine no baby edi eni a no. Baby edi eni a chere no say ano nia ye hia pa the MPP government ye hia pa ye responsible opposition. Omobema ye constructive criticism. So that is what we need now. That is what we need.
No, I say what I'm saying is not constructive.
No, I'm not talking about. You see what I'm saying.
I'm saying in general,
no. So what I'm saying is that what we need is responsible opposition. Omobema ye constructive criticism.
Were you responsible? Was he responsible?
I don't know why changing the face of our politics.
Yeah, what's
1,000 digits. If you were attaching your breast, you come more pump your so-called retention pump $200 million up to date. When we see yes, retention AB. So don't talk about responsible. Okay. We have done it all, but it is not working.
Right. Yamfa Emma Yao Asanitano, or a political analyst, quite independent as such. And Emmanuel Adote Alote of the NDC, Emmanuel Kwate of the MPP. Such a great afternoon with these three young men. Yamoyen Samofama Womo, Omaya dear papa. Yabrami ADAKABRI Mahmoud Wosioma. Na mena better Muma Biamzi 1. A year, Mimanti Jumati, and a year Yahweh. As I bring a year, Muswadi, na Olakoku Michael, and a war, but no dear Besnaku. If you know Lakoku Michael, dear con, or dear Beko George. Who's not yet neat? 100.9 FM.